All right, welcome one and all. DreamHack Fighters continues on Saturday here. We're in here with you may have saw the words Granblue Fantasy versus Rising top 4 on there, but we got more matches than that. We got more for you at the added value of extra shrimp on the plate.
More
on
shrimp.
That. I am a Risky Sweep, joined together by Hinlon. How is it going?
Oh, we are doing great. Love DreamHack Atlanta 2025. The entire event has been so fun so far. Yesterday, didn't really have any Granblue action yesterday. All of it's been doing today.
Correct.
So we're getting right into our essentially top 4 qualifier.
Yeah,
you can say it right here.
Yeah, like I'm not entirely sure if we're doing top 6 or if we're going to get that whole top 8 here. We're trying to get all the matches as we can. We're compressing it. We're zip compressing all this. 7-zip, whatever you use out there. If you registered your WinRAR, you're going to see that right now. We got ourselves Blue Sky Guy, BSG versus Biscuit coming to the stage.
Yeah, we got some interesting matchups. Vasaraga versus Charlotta. This is vanilla Granblue matchup right here.
Yes, it is. And I got to say, Biscuit's been one of the, especially in the South, in the Atlanta, Georgia area, has been playing the Charlotta for a while. It's been on a tear. Shout out to 404 Esports hosting their anime weeklies on that. Of course, Blue Sky Guy, BSG, no. If you've been following any of the online tournaments whatsoever, you've seen this Vasaraga tear up the competition.
Exactly. But let's see if they can face off against this little tiny princess here.
Tiny little hell potato. I love it. Even red. Yeah. Especially with Charlotta, definitely got some changes, and I'm not gonna say recent patches. It's been for a while there, especially with the trajectories on the noble strategy, where you had kind of between the medium heavy version, you had the same height jump in there, so the same trajectory, a little bit more predictable at that point. But you can still mix up your options. You can really get in there and cause a lot of a scene, but not like that. The ground projectile in there from Blue Sky Guy getting the knockdown early on.
Yeah, I mean, Vasaraga's been consistent pretty well so far throughout the entirety of Rising, the Rising meta. So let's see if Blue Sky can progress the Vasaraga agenda even further. Jumping over the U Blockaball.
Yeah, get a little bit of suck spin on there. We're going in there. Oh, we get scooped! Ice Cream is already it's too early for Ice Cream, but you know what? Blue Sky Guy says, I got those scooped on Brady. Ready to call it out, and there we're back nearly into the corner. We go in with the low, get the follow-up on there with the hand slaps.
When the cravings happen, sometimes you just gotta go in the fridge at midnight, get that scoop of Ice Cream.
Oh, I saw some Dippin' Dots in the chamber over there. Maybe it's time for that. Get nice, the follow-up on there, guaranteed. Get the down on there. Blue Sky Guy getting the first round.
Yeah, looking really solid so far. Not taking much damage. Biscuit's going to have to make some changes in this upcoming round and maybe in the game further.
Okay, try to go in for an early dash low on there, but we're already using the great counter in their getaway. Got the soul token on mix up there. We're going to get the follow-up. Yeah, we're going to bring it down. EX time.
Get the scoop going almost to the corner. Going to keep the mid-screen, though. Biscuits retaliating right back. How's the block pressure? No, too small.
Yeah,
not quite.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. That calls out a lot of the jump attacks on there, but it's also the fact you can just immediately react upon that. No, I got my other option here. Now, if you think it's your time to react at this point, Biscuit, no, it is
solid punish right now. Though, let's see if Blue Sky can close it out, and they do. In fact, that's going to be game number 1. Going to the Vasaraga here.
All right, yeah, Blue Sky Guy really just playing a lot of really solid gameplay there. Was going the reset into the soul token, just making sure that it had that always on block. With they changed up a couple things in the some of the more recent patches to where it's a meter instead of just a token now. So you have a little bit of limiting factor on that. But Blue Sky Guy's been doing a very good job of keeping that applied, making sure it's always in the pocket.
Yeah, Blue Sky has just been checking what Biscuit's trying to do here. Biscuit, able to get some hits in, get something started. But when Blue Sky gets the starter, that's something different.
Yeah, we're going to hold it down here. Keep again. Guard crush.
Yep, keep the stand. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Multi-hitting DP coming in clutch for Biscuit.
Yeah, powers. Powers through the armor, but we still get scooped in there. Another soul token applied here. Tries to go for the low. Already in the air. This is a perfect time for Biscuit to go ahead, get the Raging Strike in there, continue it into the reset optimization with the noble strategy.
Exactly. Very solid jump in. Going to be evening things out, but no! The armor from the stance there. Can't armor against throws.
Try to go with the noble strategy A light version going on there. We're going to go ahead, get it in.
Yeah, you've got the resources. Might as well use it, and the delayed overhead from the Demon Flip. Biscuits finally got a round on the board.
Yeah, this is what you want to see here. You want to keep alive here. This is on winner's side still, by the way. So they're trying to get in there into a very good position into that top 4.
Very smart. Perfectly avoid the charge there.
Hold it down here. A lot of the noble strategy light in there, but we're calling a call. Nice dash in there from Biscuit in there. Going to get the full combo in there. Big damage in the corner into the reset territory.
Oh yeah, one solid option, but the U command grab coming in clutch yet again.
Oh yeah,
my
the Soul
goodness.
Token armor there. You still get the punish at the end there. Biscuit tried to get all the way through it. Maybe try to sub something, but we're getting at least the corner.
Yes, Biscuit needs to keep up the pressure, but it looks like momentum's going in Blue Sky's favor now. Back to mid-screen, and they go with the U projectile.
Okay, I like the backup on there, trying to avoid the low in there from Blue Sky guy. Goes in there, trying to keep it safe, trying to get on the other side, but gets scooped.
Oh no, not dead just yet, but Biscuit's on the back foot. They do have Super Skybound unavailable, just not enough as Blue Sky guy evening up the rounds here.
I never thought it would be too easy to play like lacrosse with the side, but Blue Sky guy is showing that right now.
Oh my goodness, okay. Final round here in game 2. Biscuit's been adapting very well to what Blue Sky guy has been doing, at least in the first game, first rounds. Let's see if they can propel them to a game win here.
Yeah, already 1 point brave counter used on both sides here. Going to get the follow-up, the extension on there on the Soul Token.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it's still going in there. You still get a little bit extra, enough time to put the Soul Token one more time after the combo limit.
Spend everything you have, and here we go. This might be it.
I think you are getting to that more. There it is. Damn if you do, damned if you don't. That's a finish in there. Blue Sky guy going to take that over Biscuit 2-0.
Right, very commanding presence, very fitting of Vasaraga there.
Oh yeah,
but,
you know.
But I mean, Biscuit, we were seeing Biscuit adapt very well to what Blue Sky guy was trying to do throughout, like in that final moments of that game there. But it just wasn't enough. Blue Sky guy keeping that pressure going, kept that momentum going also, and was able to clutch it out there. Going to be sitting in top 4. Going against, I believe it was Ed something.
Ed Gone Bad, I
Ed
believe.
Gone Bad.
Which is, if I recall correctly, a Matera player on there. So we'll confirm that for you when we get to that. But you're right, though. Like, the aggression you can bring and, like, kind of keeping up, like, it's not just a dominating presence that Vasaraga has. Like, he's able to kind of keep it going into, like, got a really good ground projectile on there, able to cover this guy's on there. Charlotta has a lot of moves that you can kind of, like, you go into Noble Strategy, you go into the A, you, like, the light version of it. I'm sorry, I've been playing a lot of SNK games lately. It's like, apologies on that. But you do the light version in there. You're trying to keep your turn. You saw that from Biscuit trying to get into the other side, set up a cross up, and on that. And Blue Sky guy's like, no, I'm not having any of it. I'm going to use the Brave Counter. I'm going to get you away from me. And you know what? Now you're going to have to deal with me, not the other way around here. Like, you're an annoying fly at this point.
Yeah, exactly. But whenever Blue Sky guy had the resources, by golly, you knew he was going to use them.
Oh,
I mean, I think like in that one of those last final combos, he had like like around like 75% meter. All the skills were available. Had plenty of little BP to use. I think he used every single EX ult BP. All he had there for that, and it was well deserved to get the win for it.
Oh, you know it. I felt like the entire time. I mean, we saw more than once, like the Soul Token armor in there going to a full effect, and they're stopping all the multiple hits that Charlotta can bring out there.
Yeah.
But there was very few times where BSG didn't have Soul Token applied and was able to, like, not really, like, really maintain the, like, was an orchestrator there, was holding the baton, making the plays happen in there. It was too Blue Sky guys tempo.
Speaking of, we're going to be seeing Blue Sky guy back on deck for winners finals. Top 4 starting right now against Ed Gone Bad.
So we are a little bit lopsided on that. So it is going to be, Blue Sky guy continuing on that, but we have Ed Gone Bad on the Matera. So, all right, this makes sense on here. We're going to see more of that here. I want to know, together, we've seen a lot of Matera play on commentary.
Yeah. Max mode last year, I believe there was out of top 8, maybe 4 or 5 Matera.
It really felt like it.
It felt like it.
You know, sometimes when you say a word too much, it becomes like it feels funky in your head.
Stop.
Yeah, it's like you keep saying Matera, and it's like oh wait, like is that how you actually pronounce it?
Is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
apples and oranges.
Going right into it now. Winners finals. here. Oh, and a button check.
Yeah, making sure.
Got to make sure. It's this late in bracket, got to make sure everything you got is okay.
I feel like it's easier. I mean, the only thing really you can worry about, other than, of course, the wrong button, you can turn off those technical inputs if like the person before you has turned that off. I've definitely gotten a bit on that in other games where like I've not set my buttons in there, and I'm like, oh, it's time to play the Mario Party game. Which button is that heavy slash on? Which is the heavy button on?
Exactly. But yeah, Vasaraga Matera, how do you think this matchup goes in like the usual metagame?
You know, this is, I mean, like Matera has been on a big streak with a lot of different players at the moment. Has the zoning range capabilities on it. If you can get the knockdown, you start setting up the butterflies in there to kind of really maintain the rhythm of the game in there. Vasaraga has a lot of moves that reach pretty long there, so you can kind of keep that mid-range, get the knockdown, get the soul token in there, and really stop a lot of the options in there with maybe like some of the exceptions like the invincible Skybound Art, the flash kick on there, just to get kind of get away. Like, you got to be expecting those options here. But whether or not we're going to see that is up to the players here at Gone Bad versus Blue Sky BSG. Here we go.
Yeah, gonna get the intros rocking. I mean, you love to see the character. My favorite thing with fighting games is all the character interactions before each fighting, before each fight, it's just like, yeah, I got some banter with you. Yeah, I got some banter with you. Maybe a little trash talk, a little respect, maybe a little trash talk. It just makes the characters a lot more interesting in this game. Yeah. Here we go, game number 1, winners finals here for Granblue at DreamHack.
All right, immediately going in, uses the jumping U skill in there, gets a toe hit. We get that little hit, enough time to set up the butterfly, and back into the corner is Blue Sky guy.
I mean, this is going to be really rough for Vasaraga here. I mean, you need to get the soul token. I mean, there it is. Okay. But you need to get that soul token started if you want to armor through a lot of what Matera's going to be trying to do.
Oh, and you skill butterfly. You get the restand on top of that there. Try to go into it, like sets up with the throw. Enough time for another butterfly. Goes in with the empty low afterwards here. Great blocking from Blue Sky guy. Gets in there with the stompies.
Yeah, with the U skill and the spot dodge into getting Blue Sky the corner control here. But, I mean, corner control might not matter if you're getting pelted by all these projectiles here. Getting the butterfly set up too. Let's see.
Okay, holding it down there, catches on it. I like the U skill, going to go up a little bit further, getting away from some of the options that Blue Sky guy was trying to go for there. But now has the corner, goes for the scoop. Already in the air, gets the side switch, and great tech.
Yeah, Ed was very aware of what Blue Sky was trying to do. Great reaction to jump out to avoid the command grab. They're going to be taking the round, I believe, because of it.
And that's kind of what I expected a lot of times, like waiting for it, like really expecting some of the scoop options. We were seeing that on site against Biscuit earlier today. We see one right now, but like Edgon Bad has seemed like has fought in this battle quite a few times around the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, check the throw. But here we go, Blue Sky guy getting something started.
Okay, so applying the sunscreen a little bit more.
Might need a little higher SPF for this material.
Oh, maybe it's getting hot in there for sure. Oh, what an anti-air!
Yeah, hot in there for you.
Getting hot in here. Oh, nice. Blue Sky guy. Going to go ahead and get the knockdown, tie up the round count.
All right. Solid stuff. Both players kind of adapting really well to what each other is doing here. Get the butterfly set up. It's going to lead to a solid combo and the corner control. Coming in, Fred.
Yeah, back down into it. Goes into the combo reset here. But taking from distance, even the 5L from Matera, it goes a deceptively long range at that point here. So you can really hold it on from that distance with Edgon Bad.
Exactly. This is how you play the Vasaraga matchup. You just got to suffocate him because he doesn't really have a solid mirrorless reversal even.
Skybound Art, yep, of course. You're going to see that cinematic. Watch it, see it on IMAX 4DX experience. Perfect.
Oh my gosh. 4D experience, you can feel the flames coming right at you.
Oh man, I feel like I'm going to get shaken out of my chair every time I do one of those. Well, we're got immediate use of the Extinction early on here. We're dodging up the arrows, and you're back into it with Edgon Bad.
I like the use of the stand lights, but the push Blue away, let the butterfly keep progressing forward as Blue is pushing away, keep the butterfly out longer. So let's see if Ed's going to keep keeping this corner pressure for me for the rest of the round, because it's definitely possible.
Okay, holding down and falling with the the DP option on there afterwards. Again with the extra skill, got the side switch on there, got out of the corner there, but it's still going to be Edgon Bad orchestrating the event.
Yeah, able to escape the corner, going to be getting some pressure of their own for Blue Sky, and the spot dodge of the Brave Assault.
All right, yeah, beautiful reactions on there to a deceptive scenery on there. Calls it out, got the armor away here. Back into it, playing with the butterflies. Dollywood time.
Gotta play patiently here. This guy had a solid advantage there. Fortunately, getting snuffed out. Good defense. Waiting what Ed's trying to do here. Gonna set up the U butterfly. Pull away from it, but you're in trouble.
Oh.
Wait a minute!
Yeah, slow down the slow time on the U-skill butterfly coming out of gate. Blue Sky Guy a full advantage in here. Goes into the jump, holding down the block, using the counter on there. Has nothing to work with there. Was going to get extra damage regardless. Even if that didn't kill on there, it was going to be a bad situation there. Nice turnaround from Ed gone bad.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I genuinely thought Ed was going to die there in that combo. That's how deadly Basaraga is.
Oh, yeah.
But Blue Sky, unfortunately, just didn't have enough to finish it. Close it out. Ed was able to get that round. Here we go. Round number 2 for game 2. Getting started.
Okay, early brave counter being used in here. Catch it on. No, get scooped.
A lot of people here at the ice cream shop.
Oh yeah, a lot of time. You know, it's still a little warm down here in the south on there. We're gonna go ahead, get the confirm into it. We're gonna connect that flight on there, all the way back in there, holding it down, but we're shimmying away, getting away from the downward arrows.
Butterfly's not quite catching him in the air, but okay. Good use of the stance. Catch him right out of the air. You butterfly, unblockable.
Yeah.
Can't really do much about that.
Yeah, holding it down in there, got him to block stun, get the unblockable in range with that normal.
Yep, catching the spot dodge also, and Ed gonna be up 2-0, but it is winner's final. First to 3.
That's right. We're all the way here. This is unlike our last match here. We're going deep. This is what was first going to be supposed to be happening on the top 4 on there. So yeah, first to 3 here. We're thinking about it a little bit. Looking at those stats. Looking at the baseball card.
Yeah, just gotta observe the stats a little bit. Interesting.
Yeah.
How many total hits was there? Oh,
like which
okay.
What baseball card would you trade for if you had Basaraga Matera? Would you want to try to trade for another card?
Oh, man.
Try to get a Meg?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I had an extra one, maybe. Ooh, if I had 2 Basaragas, I'd be like, yeah, I'll trade one of my Basaragas for your Meg.
Yeah, I got Topps Gold Basaraga. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I submitted this to PSA. It's a PSA 9. It's so good.
Oh, damn.
It's worth $3 more.
Oh my God, 3 more. Adding to the pot on this, but we're going right back into it. 2 up for Ed Gun Bad here. Enough time to apply the Soul Token, apply that sunscreen a little bit more from Basaraga.
But now the question is, how are you going to get in? Those butterflies going to be stopping a lot of what Basaraga's trying to do. Corner, no problem. You butterfly coming in, gonna allow Ed to easily escape the corner, but Soul Token is active though.
I'm your little butterfly, sending it out there by going in where shots are fired here. Enough time. You're sitting down. You're still having to block it. Nice dodge in there from Blue Sky Guy. Waiting until the time Ed Gone Bad was trying to approach in there with a slide. Blue Sky Guy gets in there. Battalions of Fear EX into the extinction. Enough time to set up the Soul Token after the combo reset.
Yeah, let's check the corner combo. The jump is not enough with the Soul Token Super Armor. Here we go. Spend everything you've got for the kill here. It's not going to be enough, but one mix-up can definitely do it. And with the Soul Token, absolutely.
Yeah, bring down. When you see that purple stuff all over Basaraga, you know you're going to be in a bad time if you hit any buttons. Bring down the scythe in there.
Oh, man. Okay. Getting this round. This guy just needs one more round to at least get something on the board. So let's see. Ed's not going to go down without a fight.
Battalions of Fear are like already going ahead and get the knockdown, but we're getting thrown a beautiful anti-air counter hit.
Rush counter looking very well. This guy might be looking to take it here. It's not over just yet though.
All right, going in, right back in. You're going to get that wall bounce on top of that. That's a finish. That's a match on the board for Blue Sky Guy. BSG still alive in this winner's final.
I should not have said anything. I said it's not over just yet until he got the
Yeah, you know how it is. Commentators are on there, like you think on it. It did really feel like Ed Gone Bad had a strong performance on there. Blue Sky Guy was able to get in, get those big hits where they counted in there. But now we're back into a very familiar gameplay that we've seen in those first 2 matches.
Exactly. Ed does just need one more game to make it into Grand Finals. But Blue Sky Guy still in the running.
Go ahead, solo for chime in for the U skill. Butterfly does like get the call out early, try to bait out an option here, but we're going to use the armor. Still gets hit with the with the call out on there, and Butterfly still active.
Yeah, very smart spot dodge to avoid the stance follow up. Also, let's see if Blue Sky Guy is going to be able to get something started to get in. Here we go. Solid opener.
Yeah, and Gone Bad was trying to find like a loose soft opener. A lot of 5 Ls, a lot of 2 Ls on there, but now we're back in there. Gets in with the 2U on there. Confirm into the Raging Strike on there. Spin a little of that meter bar. You've got one more interaction to go, and you're holding down Basaraga.
Exactly, but Basaraga is going to be very dangerous if he gets the hit. If he gets a solid combo starter, could go to the Super Skybound Art. This looks like it.
There it is.
Actually goes into the U skill just to get something going. One mix-up for either player, one anything. Chip damage is a possibility, though, and it's definitely going to happen, especially with Metera Butterflies.
Where's my Chippy?
Multi-hit volleys. What are you going to do?
Man, that's hard to do. That's hard to deal with all the way through. But it's that point here. Ed Gone Bad, holding it back down. Butterflies are in effect here. We're trying to get in there with the dodges.
Okay, yep, can't dash in there very willy-nilly like that. Ed's holding things down here. Oh my gosh, and the Butterfly coming in clutch too. Spot dodge, U-skill, solid counter hit.
Yeah.
Gonna lead all the way to the corner here.
Yeah, a little bit too far away to get a full combo off of that, but it's still a nice hit in there for Ed Gone Bad.
Any damage is damage.
Any damage in a Port of a Storm for sure on that Blue Sky guy. Trying to get it enough time to hold it down with the apply the sunscreen a little bit more. We're going in. Stomp into the low option. Great option.
Oh, but with the U Butterfly, Ed's going to be able to close this game out and progress on to Grand Finals.
Oh,
yeah.
Here at DreamHack. Yeah, the going with that a stall Blue Sky guy shaking the controller a little bit frustrated at the end of that situation there, but still a good performance in there. Ed Gone Bad showcasing why people have been just a tiny little bit afraid of Metera this entire bracket.
We just saw it. Butterflies, arrows, mortars coming from the sky. Metera's got it all.
Oh yeah, so you got the Great Fall coming in there. You got a little bit of Starry Sky get in there, and even can approach in there. We saw a little bit of use of the 2U for an approach tool in there. Usually to kind of space it out to get another setup happening on there. Because if you get blocked on 2U, you're in bad trouble as Metera. But if you can get in there and you're gonna kind of set up like a throw strike mix up on there, you got some options. You can be a little scary with that.
Yeah. All right. So let's check what's going on in the bracket so far.
Yeah. Let's find out. Tell me, Hope you forceful. Hope at home.
Let's see. Let me ponder my orb real
Ooh,
quick.
the orb that everyone has in their pockets these days.
Let's see.
But hope you all had home so far. It's been early in the day here. You got plenty of fighting action happening here. DreamHack, Fighters, Allen, Max Mode, FGC, all the way through. But who do we have in the bracket?
So I believe, currently playing right now, top four, Biscuit and Laid Away Back playing against each other. Biscuit, who we just saw a few games ago, playing against Blue Sky Guy. Let's check the other pool now.
Okay, I do see, it looks like we might have, I know we have Tega coming up here.
Okay.
Shout out Conmay
Tega will be playing, is in top four, I believe, actually waiting for Biscuit and Laid Away Back to finish.
Yeah, that's sometimes how it goes here.
Yeah,
a little bit lopsided. A bunch of games are happening at the same time.
The other pool is finished, so we are just simply waiting for Biscuit and Laid Away Back to finish their set. The winner of that will come straight to the stream here.
Yeah, so that is the last match for that pool, too, I believe, on there.
Exactly.
So they're a little bit away, so it shouldn't be that long before we get there. But, Hinlon, how has it been so far for you for this DreamHack weekend?
Oh, man, it's been very fun. Obviously, yesterday was Halloween. You didn't dress up for Halloween, did you?
I did not. I just dressed up as scary old me. That's what I did.
Okay.
So, I was like, no, I'm terrified. Oh, no, he's wearing a hat.
No, I had a Professor Birch costume for Pokemon. I had like the lab coat, had like a simple shirt, cargo shorts, sandals. It was great.
Nice.
I had like a middle part too. I looked. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I looked exactly like him, and I was like here watching like 2XKO a little bit. The guy stopped me like, "Yo, are you Professor Birch?" I was like, "Yeah, I am Professor Birch." It was like, you look exactly like him. I had to do a double take. It was like, yeah.
That's the best feeling though when you're doing that. Or you give something that you don't like. If you do a costume that you don't think anyone's gonna recognize on that. Like I remember being at Dragon Con and someone was dressed as like old '80s cartoon Laser Tag Academy of all things, and it's like, and I'm like, they were dressed up, and I pointed that out, and they were like, that I think made their entire weekend.
Oh,
man.
man.
It's like someone finally figured out that one little nostalgia thing on there.
Yeah. All right. So we do know we are getting one more DLC character. I can't remember the name. Military person.
Isla?
Yeah.
Chat can correct me on that because I'm forgetting on there.
us.
We just got Meg done on that, so I've been playing a lot with Meg actually. I've been having a great time.
Nice, but yeah, we've got one more. We got Isla coming out, I believe, either in the winter or early 2026.
It's winter at the moment. I don't think we have an exact date.
So probably sometime middle of December, late December, beginning of that. But do you have any predictions for who do you think will be added if Granblue does another season?
You know, I think we're in a good territory for it. It's been doing really well. They've been Cygames and Arc System Works have been putting a lot of really strong effort into it. So I feel like if we got another season, I'm gonna admit I'm one of those players that play like I've played the lore through like Relink and Versus on there. I've not played much of the gacha itself. I'm not a whale in that game. I'm a whale in other games. I got that I got those Uma carrots. But
don't even get started on that.
But.
Okay. So, breaking news. Breaking news. Biscuit and Lateaway Back are actually going to be on stream now.
Okay.
We'll be pulling that from off stream. Going to be placing it right over here. And yeah, it looks like they're already getting started.
Yeah, so already we saw Biscuit a little bit earlier playing the Charlotta. Lateaway Back on the 2B has been. This is definitely a button check right now, but it's like on the. Between them, like Lateaway Back has been time and time again on the online tournaments, especially showcasing the power of this character.
Get those buttons going. And while they're doing the button check, don't forget to hydrate, my friends. Get some water, get some Coca-Cola, get whatever you want to drink.
Yeah,
you should stay hydrated.
Get a Red Bull on there. But you know, you were asking me about like what character I want to see. I know that Granblue has a penchant of guest characters. We've already seen 2B in there. But what I want to see, I know the gacha game has Lena Inverse from Slayers in it. I want to see Lena Inverse. I want to see a Dragon Slave in Granblue Fantasy Versus. That's what I actually want to see. I'm in that 90s anime.
I want to see Soifon, I think is his name.
Okay.
Yeah, Soifon. I feel like, he's a fairly popular character, and I remember there was a poll. It might have been an official poll where someone was like, where they were like, "Hey, what's a requested what's a popular Granblue character poll?"
Okay.
Yeah, the official Granblue Fantasy character popularity poll. And Soifon was consistently top 10.
Okay.
So I can definitely see them adding Soifon. I'm not sure how they mix up his gameplay compared to a lot of the other characters here, but it would be something interesting to see.
You know, I feel like they've been doing a really good job, like having interesting characters on there. Galleon, especially with the meteorite setups, and they're going into some of the grab options that she has on there. And of course, if for other characters that we have on her, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't mention Tor Zero, be on that Nicholas train on there, have Nicholas in there. I do think it would be cool, but I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't push the agenda just a little bit further.
Guest characters are always fun to see, but I feel like if you do too many of them, kind of lose the identity of the game.
Oh, absolutely on there. But it looks like we're ready for our real reality match here happening right now. Biscuit versus Lateaway Back.
All right, Biscuit looking like, actually, chat's looking like they're rooting for Biscuit. Got a lot of people in chat rooting for both players, so let's see how it's going to go. Game number 1 here.
All right, immediately using the pod early on in there to try to kind of delay it on there and stop in there, but we're already getting away from the Sonic Spinball from Biscuit.
Yeah, going to go into the Demon Click, going to keep this corner pressure, but with that double jump and the air stall, barely avoiding the DP there.
Raging Strike in there. You want to be able to keep it down. Long range normals connect to everything for 2B. We're already in the corner, holding it back. You're trying to find out, but trying to use those big options in there from the heavy slash.
Exactly. The spacing the Lateaway Back has been showing us, and showing throughout the day too. It's been excellent. Oh, but the second hit is the auto combo coming in.
Okay, goes in for just does nothing after Noble Strategy. Trying to go for the low option there, trying to keep their turn.
Okay, Asian getting hit with the low into the U-beam. Gonna get the stun. Lateaway Back racking up the damage here.
The Gao, unfortunately, looked like tried to go for the grab in there. Biscuit was already in the air, was able to take it over. Here comes the wall bounce in here. You're in Super Skybound Art territory. Big damage, big prizes. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Excalibur! Spend it all here. Not killing just yet, though. It's definitely going to be close.
Oh my god, one touch. Good call out there. No commentary curse this time around.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Okay, that was a curse for a different reason.
Where do you think you were going?
Oh man, like get pulled in from the black hole in there, gets struck down. What a turnaround!
Oh, man. I mean, anything would have killed the chip, honestly. So it makes sense to do the DP, but later way back, thinking in 3025 right now.
Oh yeah, in the future, the far-flung future, and they're using the Brave counter in there. Get back into the corner. Already using 2 of them early on here, so going to get that extra damage. If they get hit here, they're going to have to keep up this train.
Yeah, going right into the Skybound Art yet again. Here we go. Back throws coming in late away with the air stall too. Going to get a combo started of his own.
And the pod homies definitely got to be on that, like holding it down in there, like just waiting for the little bit of delay in there to get the confirm. That's all from that alone. Goodbye to the middle part of your life bar.
Oh my gosh. Solid comeback so far, but with the dragon. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got. Oh no, it doesn't get that decline, unfortunately, but does get the grab afterwards down around for Biscuit.
We stay a little scrappy here. We stay a little scrappy.
I love a little scrap. You know, just
welcome to the scrapyard. We got broken cars. We got tires over here.
Yeah, make some scrapple. Oh, the clash in the air in there. Nothing else for it here. We're back into it. Trying to hold it down. Trying to get on the other side here, but Biscuit was the one to act first.
Oh, trying to get the air stalls mix-up going, but later way back. Getting hit straight out of the air. What are you doing in Charlotta's airspace?
Oh, I love that far heavy conversion in there from Biscuit in there. Going to be able to get the corner on top of that here. I get it. One more time into the combo limit.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Getting something started, at least something out of the corner. Oh, the buttons were too far away to get hit by the Brave counter.
Yeah, get a little bit of that restand on there. Get to the combo limit. One more time, set it up there. And again, we're going in. We're going to get blocked the holy ladder. The ultimate skill version in here. Big damage time, but not quite enough in there. The hit tag, you're it. Biscuit was not afraid to die. Got that hit into the Raging Strike conversion on there. Wow.
Goodness. Very smart reaction, like knowing like, hey, this guy is really low. I'm going to press that button. If it hits, I Brave counter.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I Brave counter.
Yes, and right now we're still in that first. We're back into first and 2 here, so this is critical at this point.
Exactly. Biscuit needing this game to progress into top 4.
It goes into Noble Strategy, getting on. It does put themselves into the corner, but gets the call out in there. Finds the whip punish in there with Holy Ladder.
Here we go. Yeah, back to mid screen. We doing footsies right now, but getting hit with the low. Oh, we way back. Spending it all.
Go ahead. Okay, yep. With the combo limit, holding it down there. Nice throw. One more touch is what you need on there, but the U-Skill Holy Ladder gets you out of the way.
Solid. Getting the corner conversion here. Biscuit with the command grab. Gonna lead into the round ender. One more round for Biscuit.
Oh, that's a set point happening in there. Put up the sword high in the air, but you still got work to do, Biscuit.
Don't pop off too early. Yet. Still at least one more round. Patiently waiting. Okay. Here we go.
Love the Bravey on there, called out in the air with the Holy Ladder. Going to go with Noble Strategy, get the Brave counter out of there, try to get a little bit of neutral back in there. Late way back, does get that hit all the way back, and actually throws out, plays a little bit of baseball.
Oh, devastating counter hit from the 2H.
All the way, and you're going to get hit yet again.
Later way back, keeping the momentum going. But no, I thought they blocked the UDP for a second. Biscuit, this is your moment.
Hold it down, trying to go for a tech, a little bit delayed on there.
Brave counter. Watch the BP though.
Okay, yeah, DP, there it is, right there. You called it out right there, but we're going in. We get the parry option out there and around for late week back, still in the game.
This is still a chance for Biscuit to close out the set here. It's just final round here. Later way definitely wants to stay in for as long as possible.
Okay, a little bit of an extra delay on there, waiting to see what side Biscuit would like land down on. So worked out in their favor here. Laid way back, getting a little bit of punish, but right back at you. Biscuit's going to go ahead, get the conversion into the U-skill Noble strategy.
Oh my gosh, from corner to corner, Biscuit's taking them all the way.
All the way, almost got to the other wall at that. I was really surprised with that. But we're going in, get the parry, get out of here.
Yep, from Harry, the cross up, but no follow-up. Here's the throw. Biscuit just needs one solid conversion to get it.
Oh,
not going to be enough, but the shimmy into the throw.
Not enough. Got one more thing to do, and here, go for the tech. You got to find the hit in there. Nothing for it. Going to go get the follow-up. Okay, try to dodge out of the way, but holy ladder! You've been got too long in the midnight sea. Oh, Charlotta moved on in the bracket. Biscuit, nice job.
Yep,
two out.
Yep, they weren't sure. They weren't sure if it was first to 2 or first to 3.
Yep, this is a qualifying match, so we are in the first of 2 territory. The fist bump is coming out there, and it's going to be Biscuit moving on, hometown hero.
Unfortunately, laid it way back, closing it out at 5th place. Biscuit's going to be moving on through the losers bracket.
Yeah, so
man.
Yeah, I'm double checking on that. Fortunately, Star GG has decided that it's like I don't need internet at the moment. So
I got you though.
Okay,
so Biscuit,
you got me.
We'll be playing against Tega. I believe Biscuit might be staying on stream for that. Yep.
Okay.
Chilling there. Tega's coming up. And Gone Bad still chilling in grand finals.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of Biscuit and Tega is going to be fighting against Blue Sky Guy BSG with the Vasaraga. So we've got our combatants set right now for the top 4.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a gauntlet for whoever wins going all the way through here. I do love how Biscuit controlled the situation, especially against laid way back 2B on there. We had Charlotta has a couple weaknesses in that she doesn't really have she does have anti-air options, but they're not super great. From normal, she can kind of do it from her down heavy and all that. You have Holy Ladder, but you don't want to those are all committal options at that point. So you're really trying to hold down on there. Laid way back was really trying to pull that back with the I'm going to hang out in the air, get you in there with the jump and get some big damage on there. But it was really some turnarounds in there with especially with the Noble strategy, kind of keeping up and really changing up the game from Biscuit.
Exactly. But yeah, here we go. Tega on the Lancelot. Another vanilla matchup here with Biscuit sticking with the Charlotta.
Yeah, Conmay, Tega. I feel like Conmay Esports has been everywhere in a majority of games. They have an art booth here on the other side of DreamHack as well. Need to go by there a little bit, but I definitely know we're going to see some of their players in other games throughout the day as well. But at the meantime, I don't know if this is a button check or not. I feel like What do you think the ratio is of button checks to game in
Well, let's
Granblue?
Find out right now.
Okay,
let's see.
Let's find out together. Audience, help us out.
Going right. Okay, they skipped the intros. I think it's a button check.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
we did it. We didn't get mixed.
The 1-50-50. Let's go.
I want to see one. I actually don't want to see this, but what if they did they rock the intros and then go to the button check and then skip the intros afterwards? Really mix it up. They're just going to keep us on our toes.
Maybe, but yeah, checking the buttons. Tega hasn't played in a little bit, making sure everything's right on stream.
Yeah, I got to keep warmed up on there. We haven't seen Tega's been one of the few Lancelots we've really seen keep to the character, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Although for this bracket...
Oh, wait, hold on, though.
Wait a minute.
That's a Percival.
That's not a Lancelot.
That's not a Lancelot at all. That's
another
knight.
That guy looks a little too red.
That guy is on fire. That guy is that's a fire insurance thing. It's an arson.
That's a little too red. Interesting.
You got a little red on
pick.
you.
Okay, I agree with
it.
Kind of makes sense. Don't feel comfortable with the Lancelot Charlotta matchup. Gotta have that pocket character that you believe in.
Well, one thing, I think Percival stocks are definitely a little up at this point, where he has access to we already seen a little bit of stocks in there to enhance a lot of moves, and it does cover a lot of the ranges that Charlotta wants to get in. We saw that getting denied early on with the Noble strategy, but it is going to be Biscuit going to go ahead, get the follow up in here into the. Get the Raging Strike on there. We're going to go ahead. One more throw. Nice little play. Already down halfway life for Tega.
Very good use to get the Brave counter there. Got to escape what Charlotta's pressure is getting started with. And here we go. Tega going to get some stocks going. Send the projectiles flowing.
Okay, kind of keeping the range on there, but gets called out in the air. Immediate use of that. That's going to be a kill.
Exactly. Very smart for Tega. Keeping the distance. Getting the great spacing for there to go straight into the Skybound Art.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot better mid-range game in there with a lot of what Lancelot. If you're able to jump around and be able to do like some of the setups you can do, especially in the corner with that, that's a good option here. But this seems like it's a great choice for Tega with the Percival.
Now, I will say we're not. One thing with Percival that's very stands out with this kid is the flame carpet. Now, albeit we're not seeing it because he hasn't had a solid chance to get started. Oh no! Great counter here, but yeah, Tega hasn't had a chance to set up that flame carpet. It's been very useful. But Biscuit, if Biscuit can just keep playing like this, we might not even see it all set.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not even going to have a chance in that. Going to finish it out there. Charlotta, Biscuit looking pretty good, tying up the round count immediately. Maybe trying to make Tega regret that. Go back to the Lancelot.
You got to keep stocks going a little bit more, maybe.
Oh, early on, delayed on the flame carpet in there to wait for the low end there from the Noble Strategy from Biscuit.
Yeah, Tega's spacing has been excellent so far. Biscuit's trying to find an option to get in here, but Tega's just checking in with a lot of normals, a lot of long-range normals that Percival's really great at.
Yep, deny that on there. Already using 2 BC, so 20% extra damage coming your way for Biscuit.
Yeah, very smart to brave counter. Don't want to get that flame carpet set up.
Oh yeah, one more interaction. All calls out the early part of the U skill. Use the U skill, spinball in there to try to approach on the distance in there, but the little bit of a switch over in there. Tega taking the corner, getting the hit on there. Tega going to take that very first match.
Sheesh. Okay. I mean, Percival's working out pretty well for Tega. Might as well keep rocking with it. Flame rope don't fix it.
Yep, all the way through here. This time the DP does connect on here. We're still getting in before Biscuit can even get started.
Yeah, trying to get the stocks while you can. What you need to do, but Biscuit, a force so powerful. Sending Tega all the way to the corner here, looking for that top 3 spot.
Enough time in there. PD use of the U skill in there, and we're just calling it out early enough with the spin ball in there. Going to get denied. Back into the corner you go, Biscuit.
Flame carpet was set up, but it was just too short that they were able to stay in the corner and not get hit by the flame carpet. Now this time, flame carpet is active. You're getting hit.
This happens with Lancelot and Tega too, but like Tega's confirms are impeccable.
Exactly. I mean, we've been seeing that, especially with in that first round of the first game, going straight into the Skybound Art. So let's see if Tega can keep it up. Biscuit might be losing some momentum here.
Okay, does get in with the low. Check it out with those 2 L's as well. Biscuit finally gets in. Wouldn't get that connection on there. Back in the corner. Not quite a wall bounce, but goes in for the back throw. And right, you know what? I want you back in the corner. Make sure. Here comes the DP though.
Both players, low meter. Let's see who's going to make use of it. Might be seeing a U skill or 2 come down soon. Here we go. U Blanca ball, but the brave counter coming in. And right again. UDP into the demon flip. Delayed overhead. Keep this one.
Yeah, Noble Strategy M on there. Just enough time on there. Hasn't been using that option yet, so it's really critical for Biscuit to turn that around. Still in the game.
You gotta keep those spell cards hit in the background.
Yeah,
use it when the time's right.
Oh, I didn't realize we were playing Oscar and Stride right now. Catching on there. Here we go. Strike throw.
Okay. Getting the pressure going. Brave counter. Get off me. Tega's setting right back to neutral. Now be patient.
Yeah. Tega always making sure to have a little bit of stock in the bank in there and save up. Get that interest on here, and that could be it.
Absolutely, especially with the Skybound Art. Tega taking game number 2.
Yeah, that's this is loser semi, so that's going to be it on there. So Tega moving on to loser finals, the fight against Blue Sky Guy.
That's right. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's top 4.
Oh, it was exciting. Like, it was like kind of getting into it. I want to see more of that, honestly.
Yeah, top 4. Yeah, it's good. It's not the finals just yet. It's going to be a first or third. Wait, it's first to 2?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait.
It's unfortunate on there. It's unfortunate, but you know what? We got to see more matches before we got the top 4 part,
you know,
especially
I'm
with
thankful
Biscuit.
for that.
I'm very thankful.
And you know, it's November 1st. It's November 1st. Be thankful.
Be thankful. Yeah.
Be thankful.
Yeah. Thanksgiving coming up and everything in between. Good food mostly.
Oh,
look for
yes.
Yeah, to like get all that going, get that turkey happening on there. But we got, you know, Blue Sky Guy, the big turkey coming up here. It's going to be returning to the first 3 format on here. So we're going to get more Tega. Curious to see if we still see a little bit more Percival, or we're going to go back to that more quick action Lancelot.
I feel like going back to Lancelot would be in Tega's best interest. But I mean, hey, if you're feeling most comfortable with that Percival, especially after the last set, I mean, maybe. Not sure.
It's a possibility. Like, felt very comfortable in there, just like ready to strike down there, like just deny with like a lot of those mid-range moves in there. I mentioned it before. Tega's confirms were just incredible in there. Just like get the knockdown, get the hit, get those stocks in the bay. Like you said, didn't see a lot of the flame carpet in there, but a lot of keeping at bay from this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but even then, when the flame carpet was there, it was enough of a threat to keep Biscuit at bay. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see what Tega is going to do.
Yeah, we're trying to get our players coming back up in here, but it's been a fantastic DreamHack here so far. We got SNK World Championship happening to the right of us here.
That's been interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, they were on Sam's show earlier. Sam's show, just a great game to watch all through, and just like seeing a lot of different characters for that. Like looking at the pool today for Granblue too, like really good variety I was seeing.
Oh yeah, exactly. And we had a lot of people here. It's Saturday. Mm-hmm. Fighting games are in full force right now.
Yeah.
We got Smash Bros on the other stream right up there over there too.
Yeah,
so plenty more 2XKO, I believe. All the brackets essentially just going down the list here at DreamHack.
Yeah, I don't think exclamation point bracket works in the chat, but if you there should be something pinned. If not, look up DreamHack Fighters on StarGG. You'll be able to see that and see all the matches for yourself on there. It's pretty easy to get to.
Oh yeah, looks like we're getting our players set up for our losers finals match. Already gone by so fast.
Yeah, I mean, Granblue is kind of deceptive in ways. Sometimes the game can go like it feels like it can be a slower paced game. Yeah, but everything like the way things have been going, it doesn't feel like it's been as long as it is.
But like shout out to our tournament runners, our tournament organizers here. They've been putting in the work. I mean, like it's been going by fast, like in a good way. Like matches are being played, they're being reported, they're being called. It's been incredibly well organized.
Yeah, taken over by 404 Esports this year, so really glad to see them step up, represent the home turf a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to production also on here. Like, they've been helping us, making sure that, like, one, they got us more matches, and I incredibly appreciate that, especially for Granblue. And two, they just, it's every event that I've worked with them, it's been fantastic.
We are going right into it. Yeah, we saw Tega with the Lancelot. So, let's see if that's going to work out. Or if Blue Sky Guy is going to want to get that run back against Ed Gone Bad.
Oh, that's going to be an excellent question here. I'm taking a look. I know, like, who did Tega lose to in the bracket?
That's an interesting question. Okay.
Yeah, but as we're getting in, we're going to see if those intros get rocked a little bit. No. All violence.
Serious.
All violence.
It's butt check.
All killer, no filler. Here we go.
No. It's a butt check yet again.
Oh, no, I got mixed. Okay, some filler. Production saying they didn't get mixed. But
I knew it the whole time.
They always get you at least one, right? But, yeah, it looked like...
I think it was near the top there.
Yeah, Tega lost to KTP. Shout out to the Exert Master, the Exert May there, doing some work in there with the Versusia, if I recall, in bracket. Yeah. But yeah, really cool seeing a lot of people coming from different games too, just like coming and playing. Now we saw Coach Steve has been playing a bunch of other games too. I don't think Chris G was in this bracket, but has been around. Like was playing Marvel yesterday. I saw that. I saw that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Granblue is a great game for a lot of, I guess, travelers, you could say, from other fighting games. Like, we'll try a little Granblue. I'll play a little Granblue. It's that kind of game that works really well. If you have game knowledge from another game, it could be easily accessible in this game.
For sure. Granblue is also, I feel, pretty easy to pick up and like difficult to master in some ways on there. But like if you're trying to learn a character, you can sit down with the character for an hour and kind of get the gist of like how that character is going to work. You may not know the intricacies of like what you need to do like to get high level play, but you'll have an idea of what you do when you deal with them, like both in tournament and online or wherever.
And if you don't own this game, if you are interested in playing this game, there is a free version. Don't forget.
Yes, there
Granblue has a free edition with Gran as a solid staple character that you can always play, and 3 others that are rotating. So if you're ever interested in playing Granblue, check out the free version. Again, it's free.
Yeah.
Download.
Can't go wrong with that. It's usually always like the top 3 or depending on if there was like a couple of the same character. It's characters that you saw recently in a tournament. It's like, oh, maybe I go check that out. Maybe I tried it. But also, like you said, Gran is a great starter character on that.
Exactly.
You could try on the Tims for yourself.
See the power of the Tims just for yourself.
Does that include EX Gran out of curiosity? Or?
Actually, don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like it's just Space Gran, I believe.
Yeah, someone in chat tell me. I'm kind of curious about that. But regardless, into the game we go.
Here we go. Gonna get that Soul Token armor started up, and yet again, but Tega with the teleporting.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of the way here. Enough time. Soul Token.
Here's what Lancelot's been trying to do. Lancelot's got teleport. He's got the staying projectile that he can follow behind.
Ooh,
whoa!
Okay, you know what? I love that call out for Blue Sky. It's like, hey, ready upon it. You know, Lancelot going to go off on the wall jump just from time to time, and there just calls it out there with the jumping line intact. Got the full conversion. Beautiful.
Interesting. Okay, very smart option from Blue Sky guy. Getting something started, barely avoiding the throw.
Body slam, going to go in, calls out it, but we're finding that gap in there, getting the side switch in there from Lancelot. This is time for Kame Tega to shine.
Here we go, going to be racking up, going all the way to the combo limit, and with the throw.
Yeah, holding it down, trying to get the strike throw here, nothing to do. Immediate use of the U skill from Blue Sky by BSG. Going to go ahead, get the confirm on top of that, back into neutral.
Gotcha walking back, give me them toes. Tega, though, keeping on the pressure with the teleports. Let's see if Blue Sky.
Yeah, going to go ahead. We're right back into it, setting up with it, the side-to-side mix-up. But you know what? Blue Sky guy is not afraid. Goes for the grab and gets it.
Here we go. Great defense from Blue Sky. Barely hanging on, but yeah, just send out something. Chip damage is going to be done and dusted there.
Oh, a quick first match in there for Blue Sky in this loser finals, and they're just getting in with, like you said, the chip damage, and they're great start.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if Blue Sky guy is going to keep this going, possibly get the 3-0 sweep, or if Tega is going to make the adaptations that he needs to take it here.
Believing in the Lancelot a little bit further here, but we're going to keep it to the range here. Nothing for it this time, but still gets the confirm into the wall.
Oh, look at this damage. It's so much. Going to get the Soul Token started as well. Tega's already in a lot of trouble. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, finishes out the Rekka. Blue Sky guy was ready for with the throw. Very quick round, a little bit over 23 seconds done before that match.
Oh my goodness. Blue Sky soaring maybe a little too high. Let's see how high they can soar, or if Tega going to bring them crashing down here.
All right, but immediate use of Soul Token, the armor coming into play early on. Apply the sunscreen once more, and we're getting in with the scythe again.
With the U projectile. Oh, no. Really got to be careful here, but solid opener following after projectile. Tega getting something started here.
All right, into the restand. You do get the corner as a bonus on top of that here. We're holding it down here, trying to keep you guessing in there, but we're going in. Blue Sky guy looked like he had a reaction to it, but caught with the 2L from Tega.
Brave counter after brave counter. Watch where you're going. Blue Sky guy getting the corner control, though. Wait a minute. This could be game number 2, and it is definitely Blue Sky guy on the monorail train to grand finals from what it looks like. Just needs one more game.
Oh, it's got that Atlanta Marta pass happening right now, just like going all the way.
Punch the ticket.
Punch the ticket. You got that daily pass on the phone at this point here. Like Blue Sky guy just seemed ready and locked in, dialed into it.
Exactly. Speaking of dialed in, no character swap for Tega. Sticking with the Lancelot. Let's see if it's going to work out here in game 3. Blue Sky guy with this solid punish counter.
Oh, it's not going to work out like that here. And then applying that token one more time. Another little call out here. Keeping up with the extinction. Holding down. Ooh! Nothing for that.
Solid use of it, but he's getting the wrong option. Okay, still in the mid-screen. A lot of back and forth trading.
Yeah, canceled out on the teleport in there just to avoid the anti-air from Blue Sky guy VSC, but still in this game here.
Oh no, getting to hit the corner, but it was too far away.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And actually won on the clash in there. We're on set point for Blue Sky Guy. BSG just like that.
Oh my gosh, hadn't lost a single round this set. Might be one of the fastest losing finals we've seen.
This is kind of one of those things, like why Blue Sky Guy has been a terror both on the online seas and the offline seas as well here. But we got Tega going to go in, get it hit, trying to get the side switch on there, catching in with the lows yet again.
They got to try to get some mix-ups going too, but with the Brave counter, get off me. Tega's in a little trouble, especially right now.
Soul Token out there. We're going to get a nice tech on there, holding it down. We're going to use that armor to get in there with the Battalions of Fear, and we're going to call it out early on. Doesn't get it, but this time we're ready for the wall jump, holding down the corner.
Yeah, super smart to get the air-to-airs going for Blue Sky. Tega trying to get some momentum going. Any good starter could do it. Lucky the Brave counter.
Blue Sky Guy's going to take a little bit of extra damage here. That could determine a round. If Tega can get one good hit in.
Wait a minute, and there we go. Just like you said, this could be the round here.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get the app. Going to go ahead, use that ragey strike in there just to get conversion. And we see the hands raised up in the air from Tega. There's like, yeah, I got
still
one.
Alive.
I got one.
Still alive.
Yeah, still in it.
All right. Tega really needs this round here if he wants to make it, get a chance into Grand Finals. Blue Sky needing to go even further beyond.
Enzo with the overhead on the triple attack here. We're trying to check it out, but we got the tech in there. Called it out, the early approach in there with the Instinction, the ground projectile.
Trying to get a mix-up, but with this command grab, Blue Sky Guy's going to be able to get the Soul Token going.
They hold it down, Battalions of Fear. Great blind guardian apple, by the way. But go right in, another Soul Token.
Yeah, you got to block that projectile. Lancelot's coming right behind. Wait a minute. What overhead? I'm charging forward.
Yeah, it's like I'm out of here.
Here we go. How's this mix-up? Tega needs to pull something out of the bag of tricks here. He wants to take this game.
Holding it down there, like trying to go be a little bit sneaky for it. Blue Sky Guy was ready with the tech. We're getting in with the low out of the corner.
Oh, trying to get throws. Another throw. Tega does have Super Skybound art available. If Tega gets the hit, and here it is. We could be seeing it going right into it to take game number 3. Tega is still alive here.
Still alive. Making it happen here. 2-1 right now, though. It's a long hill, a long mountain to climb. And especially like when you have someone as terrifying and impulsive as Blue Sky Guy on the Basaraga, that can be a little terrifying.
Oh my goodness. We're still in here. Game number 4. Getting started.
Trying to check on these. We're going to keep the distance here, waiting for it. But looks like Blue Sky Guy tried to get in there, but we got touched by Tega. Okay, into the combo limit. Just in a second. There we go.
Right into that. Whoa!
Oh, we are playing baseball right now. We are playing baseball. That was coming up from the sky. We got a pop fly in there from Blue Sky Guy. Going to get the first base on top of that here. Tega does have a full stick of butter to work with for that Skybound art.
Oh my gosh, might be stealing home with this one here. Here we go. Tega in an unfortunate spot, trying to get out of this corner here.
Get the stomps on there, apply the sunscreen yet again in there, but you know, Tega's been very good about waiting for those gaps in there, just like ready for the moment's notice, and it's paying off.
Wait a minute, this is a different Tega than what we've been seeing the first 2 games. We did the combo limit. You gotta be patient when you're dealing with the new stance here.
Yeah, get the stomps out on there, but we're holding down. Projectiles in there. Blue Sky Guy jumping over the first 2, doesn't go on this side. Tries to block on it, doesn't get anything for it. You know, like on the minus, on the break counter, the block on there, but we do get the confirm in there from Blue Sky Guy. Goes into the Raging Strike, gets that round set point yet again.
Ooh, here we go. Blue Sky Guy needs to lock in to try to get into Grand Finals again. This Tega does have the opportunity to steal it right from under his nose.
All right, yeah, uses the armor in there to get the approach on Battalions of Fear.
Here we go. Corner pressure. Blue Sky Guy. But Tega with the back throw. It's not enough to avoid the command grab.
Yeah, haven't seen the scoop in a minute from the U-Skill version of that in there. Goes in for the low option in here, but now you're going to stomp going on. Making a circle pit on it, but the call out in there. Teleport, jump, and attack in there from Tega. Going to get big damage.
Perfectly timed for that. They do have the Skybound on Arso. They could go for it with the damage. Opposite just get some Oki set up.
Ooh, get the teleport on the other side, but stops all the stomps, so no punish.
No punish yet. Here we go. Stance. Get a mix-up. Solid mix-up. Teleport up ahead. Blue Sky Guy setting up the token. I almost said sleep token.
Oh, yeah, sleep token. Oh, that definitely like going in there. But someone may be going to sleep after this if they can get that final hit in there.
Oh, the read, but it wasn't enough. Predicting that Blue Sky guy would press a button there, waiting for a single piece of animation. It just wasn't enough. Blue Sky guy
Yeah, that is
able to avoid that gamble there.
Oh, yeah, just at the end there, Tekken trying to pull out the works on there and, like, had the distance to almost make it there, but it's, like, not to be. Unfortunate for that.
Very, very close set there. Tega had the potential, the comeback potential. It got started game 3. It could have happened. It could have absolutely happened. Like, what if that Skybound art hit? Imagine if that Skybound art hit.
Oh yeah, was definitely trying to like making that pushback happen. We were seeing a lot more, less of the early callouts we were seeing from Blue Sky guy in there, like really changing up their trajectory, especially on their jump-ins. The teleport jump-ins were really helping out Tega in those matches.
But grand finals now.
Here we go.
Getting started. Blue Sky guy looking to take his revenge against Ed Gone Bad, who's been chilling in winter side of grand finals.
Yeah, and we saw that a little bit ago. That was our second match. Was that our second match? Third match? Something like that?
It was our second match, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was 3-1. Ed Gone Bad took that with the Matera over Blue Sky. But, you know, Blue Sky guy has been running really hot right now. Has all warmed up and has been showcasing that. I do love how quick he is to really make some of these call-outs on there. Like, just like, no, on there. Take is the only one that's been really making seeing those reads in there and making the action in there and getting away with it. We didn't see that a lot against Ed Gone Bad, even though that Blue Sky guy lost in that set. So,
yeah. But here we go. Getting started right now. DreamHack Atlanta 2025 Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising Grand Finals are starting right now. Unless we get a button check again.
You know what?
If I do that whole thing and they do a button check, I'm gonna be upset.
You know what? That means you get to try again.
All right.
You know what? You get another try on that. You want to give it take two. Everyone, chat. That was just a take there. We're going to rewind back here. Starting from the top. You know this is scripted, right?
Sorry. I was just so excited.
Yeah, I
couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I'm just got really into it. The adrenaline was definitely flowing on there. Like the soul token and like near impact in there from Matera. Like, have one on me.
My dumb self could not be conditioned. They've had a button check before every single set.
I get hit 100% of the time. I feel like 99% of the time I get hit 100% of the time. It is it's one. Okay, but here we go. You want to try that again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
From the top.
DreamHack Atlanta 2025 Grand Finals for Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising starting right now. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. We got it. Cut, print, put it on tape.
Yes. Put it in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Headline got it right.
What's a newspaper? It's like the internet.
It's like the internet.
Oh,
but not.
What? No way.
All right, here we go. Grand Finals. Ed chilling from winners. Blue Sky guy trying to make the comeback from losers. Gonna let the intros rock here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matera, of course. No surprise there. Trying to go hit on Vasaraga immediately. Comes off for no one. It stays. That is
bro sleeps with his helmet. Bro showers with his helmet. Bro eats with his helmet.
Ooh.
He does everything with that helmet on.
Mandalorian thing on there, but early on, Battalion's up here to begin things. Guys getting a nice little clip in there, but we're already getting thrown back in there with a nice recall out on the 2U from, I guess, Blue Sky with the Battalion's up here.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Solid combo starter in the corner here. Blue Sky guy.
Use that Badonkadonk as the back throw in there. Has the corner for themselves in here, but using the armor actually blocks on the shoulder tackle in there, forcing the BC to get used yet again. Nice confirm from Blue Sky guy.
Oh, the U projectile didn't hit. They were too far away. Couldn't get the closeout.
Gotta have to hold off against the butterfly in here.
Yeah, you have to respect the butterfly.
Holding down.
Good defense. Don't be rash. Yep. Get that hit.
We're playing a Toho game right now.
And they pass. They did it.
Go ahead with
level clear.
Level clear. Speaking of level clear, that's the first round for BSG on there.
Jump over the arrow. Here we go. All the way to the corner, but not if Matera has anything to say. Take some butterflies.
Okay, yeah, happily to duck over. It takes enough time to get the soul token into place and get a little bit of an advantage here. Try to get on, and was a little too far away. Was afraid of getting hit with the jumping arrow.
Oh, here we go. New projectile going to get the combo extension. Into the EX command grab.
Okay, scoop.
Another solid hit. All BSG needs.
Jumping Starry Sky in there. We're getting on to the other side here, playing it on. But we do get the confirm after that. Stomping next to the armor on there. We go in with another little bit of a love tap there. Vasaraga, a little bit of a turnaround we're seeing right now.
Here we go. Yeah, Blue Sky guy needs to keep this up to get this bracket reset. Ed, just keep playing Matera. You got it.
Ed,
do your Matera stuff.
Like Ed may have claimed to gone bad on here, but you know what? It's still fresh by the expiration date here.
Okay, interesting trade there. Gonna let Matera get set up. Multiple butterflies are active. Good defense though.
Yeah, beautiful defense from BSG in here. Trying to find a way to approach in there. It was working clearly in that first match here, but now we'll struggle a little bit. Gets the soul token into the confirm and was close enough to go ahead and get a combo from it.
We're going to see the Skybound art. No, not quite. Opts to go for the command grab instead.
I agree with that there. You want to make sure you get the confirm on there afterwards here. One more time. Hold it down. Gets a little bit of a way with the stop on there. Does get a confirm. Beautiful.
You need the meter for you skills. Speaking of, here we go.
The great fall on there using the invincible version of it. Falls out, trying to snuff out the tempo.
Right. Keep the pressure ongoing. Yet again, just one hit, even just chip for Blue Sky to take this round.
Go ahead and get the throw one more time in there. Hold it out with the great fall.
Oh, wait. There might be someone else who might be getting chipped.
Oh, where's my chippy at? Where's my chippy at?
Yeah.
Nope, no chippy at all. Just going to go ahead and get it down.
I mean, what much else you can do?
Yeah.
You can die to chip damage and you're against the zoner.
Yeah, like you got to go in at that point. You got to like find your moment in there, and Ed Gunbat was not making it happen.
Here we go. Ed getting started.
Get the confirm on there. Denied on the 5L from Ed Gunbat back into neutral. Oh, it looked like trying to go in for the grab on there afterward. Got a nice little hit on there, but we're going to go in. Big counter hit from BSG.
Oh my goodness.
Now time to apply that sunscreen one more time in there. Still has a little bit on the meter there. Trying to cancel it out. No, using the Ed Gunbat using the brave counter of their own.
Oh, interesting reversal there. Here we go. BSG on the back foot still. Trying to roll away, but it's raining from the sky. You gotta be careful.
Oh, does get hit early on. Doesn't get the soul token as a result here. Now we're trading blows. Trying to get that corner back. Already using it. Both players are at one brave point.
Yeah, I mean, what much can you do? You gotta try to avoid what you can.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough. I mean, yeah, chip damage.
There's my chippy. There's my chippy.
Delicious potato chip.
All right, tie it up here. Of course, you know how this goes. If you've been watching any sort of match here, Blue Sky guy has to make the reset happen to go into a reset. Ed Gunbat only has to do this one set here. So trying to finish out 2 games early on. Blue Sky guy trying to prevent that from happening, though.
Exactly. It's been looking well for both players. It's just a matter of this game is going to be the most important game of the set so far. Both players 1-1.
Oh, and the
solid anti-air.
Yeah, the 5M coming out to play. There's such an important tool for Matera to have in their kit. It goes like so far and covers a great range.
Here we go. Soul token, it's working, but it's not going to stop you from taking damage.
5L's coming out of the play there. Gets snuffs out the movement options from Blue Sky guy. Trying to find it in the mid-range. Dodging through the arrows, but gets hit on the other side. That's another down.
There's so much stuff that Blue Sky guys tried to do in that last round. Completely snuffed out by Ed here.
Absolute devastation on there. But we're going right back into it here. Trying to clean up the plate.
Set up the butterfly. Get the pressure started from long range. Blue Sky guy just has been in trouble this entire game.
Okay. Skill butterfly a little bit too early there, trying to bait out an option.
Skyfall coming in. Here we go. Back to mid-screen, but I mean, it's Matera jumping over the arrows. Okay, here we go. You command grab, gonna let Blue Sky Guy get the soul token started.
Blue Sky Guy tried to go for the anti-air. Got snuffed out of it, unfortunately, there. That could have been devastating at that point here. But now turn around, Edgon Bad with the two butterflies in deck here. Full buffet of damage potentially going to happen on the one interaction.
Oh my gosh. Go in to get the throw for the kill. And just like that, Ed gone bad and just needs one more game, and we might be seeing a character swap for Blue Sky into the Siegfried. I might be a little biased right now.
Oh, interesting. We were talking about it like, yeah, that Siegfried's your character on that. But you know what? I knew that Blue Sky Guy had a Siegfried back there, but I hadn't seen it, and I did not expect it. I'm
it
not
has
gonna lie.
been a while since BSG has played a Siegfried. So, this is going to be interesting. This will change. Definitely going to be changing the matchup. I mean, Siegfried has a projectile, especially with like the U skill or with the EX. Very tall, very long, stays on screen, can definitely help with getting rid of Matera projectiles.
Yes, you're like Matera's going to have to spend resources or try to use different options in there just to try to get around it, and then may limit some of the options that she has afterwards on there. So
he might be thinking about the Siegfried. Maybe just needed to go to the character select just to like take a little minute. Okay. So it was just going to the character select just to take a little bit. Just breathe in.
Okay.
Breathe out.
Always good to get that a little bit of that on-stream meditation.
You have that option to do there.
Yeah, you got plenty of time on there until you don't. Until like, hey, you gotta move it on. But fortunately, not having to do that, we're getting the locked in here. Blue Sky Guy, at least for this set, if they do the reset, they can change over to whatever character they want. But right now, they're locked in to Vasaraga.
Okay, no Siegfried. Sorry, unfortunate for me personally.
Yeah.
But game number 4, Ed just needing 2 rounds to win the entire tournament.
Continuing on with this impeccable blocking on here. We're trying to find that right moment. Nothing. It's all been chip damage here so far. 20 seconds into the match. First hit, finally getting hit. Going to go in with the connecting 6XL from Ed Gone Bad.
Keep the corner pressure going, but whoa!
Still actually got a punish in there. Had to use the U skill for that, though.
The train has left the station. Gonna set the U butterfly. Taking the throw, getting the anti-air follow-up. Wait a minute.
Oh, try to get out with the instinction early on in there. Gets called out yet again by Ed Gone Bad.
Oh, no. Ed's been conditioning Blue Sky Guy this entire time that they're going to run in and throw. It worked out to Ed's favor right here, right now, when he needed it most. One more round for Ed to take DreamHack Atlanta.
Oh, and try to go in for the rarest 668 for Vasaraga, the overhead option on there. Unfortunately, not going to get hit with it, but we're going to get in Ed Gone Bad, getting early on 5L.
Okay, getting a solid hit, but no follow-up. It's going to let Ed stay in the back, set up the butterflies, get the arrows going. Skyfall, too. Here we go. Yep, there's the throw. Get the conditioning even higher. Blue Sky needs to be careful because Ed can do anything.
Oh, and yeah, that butterfly does continue to home in on the player in there. No longer a problem anymore here because we're going into the scoop. Enough time to get the soul token out on the play. Here comes double butterfly, double fun.
Yep, it's going to be really rough. Blue Sky Guy, another throw. One solid hit for Ed, and that's the tournament.
Oh, nothing for it here, but does get the follow-up on here. Going to get away with the U-Skill Battalions of Fear from Blue Sky Guy.
You got to watch out for Chimp, too. Chimp could definitely be a factor here. Honestly, if Blue Sky Guy does get the right hit, it could be the round 2.
Oh, Brave counter going away.
But there it is. Ed with the Matera, going to be closing it out here for DreamHack Atlanta 2025.
Oh, with a little bit of, like, try to go back and repeat those events happening. Unfortunately, Ed Gone Bad is going to be rewriting, like, the second chapter of the book, same as the first for them on there. Going to take over this first place for DreamHack.
Yeah.
Granblue Fantasy Versus.
Very good games for all the players here in this bracket, but Ed has gone bad, going to be taking it all.
Yeah.
Man.
What a run from Blue Sky Guy, though. Like, had to be in the gauntlet for quite a bit, like, in there. Like, had to go with a variety of different characters in there.
Yeah.
Had to, like, really change up the pace in there and had some fantastic blocking against the Matera. It was just, like, Ed Gone Bad doing a incredible job of, like, really kind of playing out the game with the butterfly.
Yeah.
Throwing out the, like, just kind of keeping it in there. getting a lot of like really kind of mixing up with the throws at the end, like especially on the end. It's like, oh, time for butterflies? No, get a throw. Get a throw.
I mean, it's Matera. What are you gonna say? Toss out the butterflies, throw the arrows, get a little throw mix up when you're rushing in with the butterfly stuff. But I mean, hey. What can you do?
It is how it goes on here. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our time on here. We do have other games happening here on this very stream, so good news. If you have some 2X KO, you've been hankering for that, you may be playing that on a side monitor right now. We're going to have top 16 to top 8 coming up right next here. But in the meantime, Hinlon, where can the people find you at?
Find me on Twitter. You see it right down there. Henny Hinlon on Twitter. I try to stream. I don't stream very much, but if you want to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hinlon. Feel free to go for it, but I'm most active on Twitter down there.
Yeah, and of course, I'm Risky Sweep. You can find me at Johannhat, JOHANNHAT on Twitter or Blue Sky, wherever you do this stuff. We do have a big event in Knoxville, Tennessee happening called Knocks Out, November 22nd, 23rd there. We're going to be in 3 different boxing arena. We have a boxing training facility with 3 different rings on there. Granblue Fantasy Versus is one of the games out there. And so a lot of the players that I've seen at this event are going to be there as well. So come on out if you're in the area.
Don't go away, though. We're going to be right back with some 2XKO Top 16. So feel free to tune in then.
Take it easy.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody in the audience. We are back here for 2XKO Top 16. I'm NM, and while I'm not still in the bracket, I'm going to be chopping it up here with my boy the Mitten as we're going to be getting into all top 8 qualifier matches today. Whoever wins any match we have on stream, going to the top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, guys. You're not going to want to step away at all today. Every single match is going to be a banger, especially on the winner side. I mean, it's basically the top 8 seeds we were talking about yesterday, so you're going to want to stay tuned. We got Sonic Fox, we got Nitro, we got the Kill Sage Huber, and even more. So you're going to want to stick around for that. We got some sick ones coming out. I'm so excited. It's just going to be banger match after banger match.
Yes, and we're starting off strong with Sonic Fox versus Jazz Rap. We don't even need to talk about Sonic Fox. Everybody who at least plays a fighting game knows who this person is. Meanwhile, Jazz Rap has been grinding a lot in my sponsors, 2XKO brackets. Shout out to Breakout Esports, winning multiple Alpha Lab and, of course, the early week brackets, and still making good runs as the game has gone on. Good to see Jazz Rap still pulling up with the Echo Warwick.
Yeah, very cool stuff. Got to get a little bit of character variety in here, and while we are going to have double my time on both sides of things, I just saw, I don't know if that was intentional, Pulse Combo is actually online here for Jazz Rap. Curious to see if that comes into play at all. I mean, it's not going to give you a ton of benefit, but I could see a world where there's like a really punishable move and you just want to get a guaranteed follow-up to kind of close that around. Maybe there's a specific combo route that it could become super useful, and we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
That is true, but it looks like Jazz Rap is already starting off to a good start, being able to get a DP off, and of course Maxim Wolf going to be coming out a little bit under a half for that Bloodlust install, and being able to catch the roll with that 2M. Very good catch there, but still having to play a neutral game right now and trying to poke out a little bit with Primal Lead, but now just playing patient.
Yeah, I almost thought the game froze for a second, but that was just pure composure and neutral. Both people look at each other down, and Sonic Fox, after having a break early on, is turning things around here, getting into corner pressure. That air throw is going to be huge as well to continue this pressure. What can Jazz to do to get out of here?
Could be a big question, especially since your Echo's getting shocked a little bit. Warwick going to have to play safe, especially with an Echo going in and the Monkey Copter going to get the air throw off of that lockdown, and now trying to warp in, and a Stray Bone's going to be able to take out your Warwick, leaving just Echo to get beat.
Yeah, I really think that Jinx Rocket is going to, as time goes on, people are going to recognize how strong that is as an assist tool. Just lets you follow up behind your main character and give you that free potential hit without having the risk of your point character getting hit and having to drop that pressure, right? So we see here Sonic going to go through with the Super Mega Death Rocket. Nearly killed. That was almost 90%. I can't believe that didn't take the kill after that much, but man, just great stuff right off the bat. Sonic is locked and loaded, taking this first round of our top 16. And looking to continue that momentum here. Let's see what they got going into this next round.
Yep, already going off the bat with the shoot him if you got him. Cable super, trying to get the super tag in there with Echo. Able to get a little bit of a stray on the assist and finally being able to roll in on the point, which is Warwick. Going to be able to continue the pressure in the corner, and good break there, knowing that Sonic Fox can just easily leap it to more damage.
Yeah, Jazz clearly was ready for that super tag on round start, did the jump back, so obviously if you are blocking the shoot 'em while you got him, you remove that high-low mix. So definitely smart to be aware of that. And only going to eat a little bit of damage so far. And then the overhead. See, I'm telling you, we talked about it yesterday. You think you can react to that move, but even the best players in the world are still going to get clipped by it. That forward S1 overhead, so fast, so hard to react to, but fortunately not going to be able to get too much off of it. And Sonic going right back into the classic Echo BNB. This should be a dead Warwick. And now bringing Jinx in as well to start off this next round. Or health bar, rather.
Really good there. Now just trying to dash in as Echo. Jazz Rap last chance to take this first game, and now having to play patient against so many projectiles coming in, and that Monkey Copter at least going to be able to find an opening for the Time Winder situation, coming out with that super. Not going to be able to continue it, not finding on the first Time Winder, as Jazz Rap's going to be able to stay safe against a lot of these projectiles coming out from Jinx, trying to just dash block their way in.
Yeah, talk about a little bit of a bullet hell here. Great pressure there from Sonic Fox, just filling up the screen with hitboxes and looking to wrap it up here with the Jinx Super. Oh, good parry on the wake up after that roll. I didn't even know that was possible. I'm not going to lie. I thought normally you can't parry a meaty attack. So maybe there was just a one frame gap between the hits on the laser. I'm not too sure there, but either way, very interesting interaction. Sonic taking that first game. We'll see how they're able to continue this momentum in the second game. No pickup after that S2 follow-up, just barely out of range.
barely out of there. Jinx trying to slide her way and trying to mistime that parry, which is perfect pressure for Jazzrap to get started on, being able to link that Primal lead, get that Feral Bite situation. We can easily try to bait out your break there or just continue the pressure with the Time Winder into the DP assist. Tag launch into Warwick and finally going to be able to spend that break and lock Jazzrap for a second in the corner before we get a happy birthday. Drop the happy birthday with the no escape super, but we get Bloodlust.
Yeah, you saw that's the strength of this team, right? With when you have Warwick Echo 2x assists, you get that Bloodlust route where you can just generate so much of it, and was able to force out the break at the end before getting the full amount. And either way, after that scramble situation, Sonic is able to pick things up and take out that health bar. Jazzrap going to be on potentially the final health bar of this round. We'll see what they're able to do. Forcing out burst, so Fury is on deck for Echo. Not going to matter when you run into that Time Winder. It's going to be a nice, simple confirm here for Sonic. It actually does drop it, so there is a breath of life here for Jazz, but you're going to have to get that opening soon before this Fury runs out.
Yeah, trying to lock it down, able to find that overhead kick, and if we continue our pressure, even though we got Fury gone, we can easily take out Sonic Fox's Jinx. Just going to be slamming yourself down to the ground, hit the brakes, and hit the brakes on Jinx's life, leaving just Echo versus Echo. But this time around, Jazzrap does have 3 bars of meter if they want to use that ultimate, find their opening, going to continue the pressure, hit it up, hit it down, hit it all the way around to go into the S1 Time Winder situation.
Oh, how many can we do here? I was going to say chat room doesn't kill, but able to get the break after and just ready for it. You're not safe when you're falling down after popping that burst, so great awareness from Jazz. The combo would have killed, and Sonic was forced to break. And, I mean, honestly, if Sonic had awareness that could happen, maybe the option was just to hold on to it for next round.
Ooh, and finding a happy birthday there. Again, dropping on the point with Jinx, which could be really bad, especially getting slid on by Sonic Fox. Could be able to set up a Monkey Copter, but that Time Winder super going to be able to help it, and there it is. Those Claws of the Beast not going to be following up with a super. We don't have enough bar. So close right now to Bloodlust install. Just got to take a lot of this pressure from Sonic Fox right now. Find our perfect opening, but we get thrown. This could be very bad.
Yeah, throw in the corner with Echo when you have a clone behind does allow for continuation. You see here, going to go into the tag launcher. Jinx has some meter on deck, but going for the strong Oki situation. You can't get up attack with that projectile in your face. And now, wow, the flip out. So was looking to potentially maybe pick up that Echo, but Jazz able to kind of flip out here and brings in that Warwick with low health, and it's going to pay off. Gets the pickup here. Side switch into the tumble. Great awareness of screen positioning. And no follow-up afterwards, but Bloodlust is going to pop, and that is going to lead to another opening. Jazzrap up in this second game and in this second round.
Yeah, really good coming out from Jazzrap there. And getting that Berserker /2, so good being able to pick up from that wall bounce. There we go, baiting out the Fury 2. Know that was going to happen. Waiting for it. Get the Feral Feast in there. Not even needing the loop as Jazzrap is going to clutch up for a second game.
Yeah, Sonic loves it, man. It's so funny. Sonic, win or lose, is always just cracking up after every game. And you see they're just showing some respect. And, oh, we're switching out the team a bit. Okay, so Sonic is saying, you know what, maybe Echo's not working here against Warwick. Let's bring Ari in and see what happens. Oh, not Echo, sorry. Jinx is out for Ari. So, either way, going to be another top 4 character being brought onto the team. And Sonic is probably going to have some very strong conversions planned for this team.
Yeah, especially because Ari plays so well against Warwick. A lot of her fireballs and reaching situations, very good against Warwick, who's got mainly stubby neutrals aside from that 5M. Now trying to just go in with the pursuit. Not going to be able to find it, at least getting Warwick out of there as Echo is going to find a little bit of a poke before the push block happens. Sonic Fox not finding their opening just yet.
Yeah, great timing with that push block for Jazzraps, and somehow manages to avoid getting clipped after that rewind. Great timing on the jump. But Sonic is going to follow up afterwards. No break on deck for Jazz, so this should be a dead Warwick, assuming this combo does not get dropped. Let's see.
There we go. Ari's going to be getting in there. S1 Super, get that fireball. Not even going to charge it up because we can take it off of that. Warwick going to be going down, and Echo having to fight a 2v1 against Ari, who could easily just dash dance on you, especially with that JH. And now Echo going to find their opening, push up on you. Even if you're blocking, got to watch your toes, because if you don't, Sonic Fox going to be right up on you.
Yeah, this is going to be the classic route here. I'm curious if there's any... Oh, okay, we are going for the level 1 out of the clone to just get a little extra damage without meter jumping, and doesn't end up leading to a kill. And it kind of works out for Jazz. The more time to build up this Fury, the better. So going to have that going into the next round, or if the comeback happens, maybe we could see it popped after one character's taken out.
Jazzrap got to play so careful right now. Able to get the time stop, but no punish off of there. Able to find as they're trying to go on to Warwick. Sonic Fox going to have to take, no, not going to take damage from that Time Winder situation. We weren't able to set it up, and just from a standing light, Sonic Fox able to clutch up that round.
Yeah, great stuff there. And good stuff on Jazz to hold on to that break. Probably hoping that they could get to a point that Sonic would be forced to break, but this opening is going to be huge here. Warwick does get the pickup and forces the get up right away, so doesn't opt for the side switch into full extension. Just wants to continue that pressure, and it could turn out to bite them in the butt. We'll see. We're setting back to neutral here. Sonic taking their time, using that air mobility from Ari to feel things out, and unfortunately is going to get clipped out. So back into the Warwick combo again, and just I wonder what they're looking for there. Trying to call out something after the get up, but we're not seeing that option being covered quite properly from Jazz.
Not really seeing JazzRap trying to cover on that, and now having to take so much of this Ari's damage, especially being unblocked from that Echo assist, is brutal. Going to be Spirit Rush to the ground, having to take that Fireball Super again, just a bare minimum of health, but of course you're going to get chipped out there by the Spirit Rush. Jazz going to be your Echo left alive for JazzRap's final chance to make it towards top 8 on the winner's side, and it has to be in a block situation against all of this just mid-screen pressure coming out from Ari, and now the after image install is going to be coming out.
You can see just respecting that install is Jazz. I'm just going to back up, kind of feel out this neutral situation. It's just going to be up to this Echo, so no My Time to depend on. We'll see what they're able to do. Good block on the cross-up. Tried to take their turn afterwards, but again, Sonic's defense is just so strong. My Time does connect, but only on the Warwick. And great block on the mix as well. Was ready for it from last time. The defense was crazy, but eventually there's only so much you can do against Echo, right? This character just has so much mixed potential. Sonic taking full advantage of it and should be getting some extra meter here as well. Drops the follow-up afterwards, so there's a chance for Jazz with happy birthday. There's no break on deck. Multiple meter to deal with. Okay, so it does actually drop. Can Jazz bring this back? This is such an uphill battle. Fury is available, so can potentially get clipped once.
Just having to back up right now, trying to find their perfect opening. Jumping in on Ari, who was ready for it with an air throw. And that just means Sonic Fox is going to be clutching up 2-1.
It's so fun. Like I was saying, the laughter from Sonic's win, after win or lose, literally, like, if you cut to the camera after losing the game versus after winning the game, you can't even tell the result, right? A lot of players, you can just kind of try to read their body language if you, like, just tuned in to see who was playing who or whatever it may be. But no, Sonic's is just always having a great time and cooking. And, man, what a great back-and-forth set for us to start off in this top 16. That was so fun.
I know, that was so beautiful to start off, especially JazzRap able to make some stuff happen against the Echo Jinx team first coming out from Sonic Fox there.
Yep.
Especially with that Warwick, some of those conversions to, of course, get into Bloodlust in the first place, especially DPing into your S2 Super, which is the super that actually allows you to build Bloodlust. You can't build it on the Infinite Duress.
Yep, exactly right. And I think it was a smart choice by Sonic to actually swap out that Jinx for the Ari. You saw that air mobility play out big time, just being able to back up, take your space, let My Time do the work. Beneath, and I mean, it just played out beautifully. So good awareness, and that's just the benefit you have of being able to play multiple characters. It can be a bit of a challenge in this game. There's a lot of situations you got to be ready for, a lot of different combo routes you got to be ready for, but when you have the mind that Sonic does for this type of game, it can pay off big time. So great stuff for our first set here.
Yeah, great stuff coming out from them, especially, again, that Ari switch coming from a Warwick player myself. Definitely one of Warwick's worser matchups, especially when it comes to just spacing out. A lot of Warwick's neutral game does kind of get canceled out by the far-reaching stuff that Ari can put, especially with her fireballs and her 5M, which reaches very far.
Yeah.
But either way, we're just going to be moving on to the next match here, which is going to be Hubert versus the Kill Sage.
Yeah, this should be a sick one as well. The Kill Sage coming out from New York. Hubert out from Canada, coming through to Atlanta to throw down in some sick 2x KO action. We saw Hubert a couple times yesterday. I think this is going to be our first time seeing the Kill Sage on stream. But they've been playing pretty well. I believe rocking Teemo and Ari. Yeah, Teemo Ari. They're going to be going double down as well. And Hubert, I believe, representing the Warwick. They picked pretty quickly, so I wasn't quite sure. But it'd be nice to see some more Warwick action, keeping the character variety up. Yeah, that's going to be it. Warwick Echo versus Teemo Ari. Let's see who hops out to a quick start here. And if I'm always curious with these Teemo players to see what badges they prioritize, if they're trying to go for some instant overhead mix, or if they just want to play the projectile game. And it seems like so far, just playing it pretty safe here, bringing in the Ari to kind of control neutral again.
Just trying to play it a little bit safe right now, waiting for the perfect opening. You can't empty jump like that, or else Hubert is going to launch you and set up. Trying to go into the corner, get up attack, got to be able to hit Hubert. We weren't trying to set up the Time Winder right above you, but we're actually able to catch on the DP assist into the Infinite Duress. Really good call out there from Hubert. Ooh!
Oh, and ready for the break as well. Going to block that and get a nice conversion afterwards. We've seen a lot of blocked bursts this weekend, but not a lot of combos afterwards. It can be a little tricky depending on your screen positioning and get that afterwards. So great stuff out of Hubert to get that opening, and it's going to be forced to break themselves, and double My Time comes in. what a great way to get this conversion. It was a happy birthday, but unfortunately for Hubert, that's going to kill the point character first, so it doesn't get the maximum damage possible on Teemo here.
Yeah, not a true happy birthday situation coming out there. Just going to be the Teemo left alive. But again, you're just empty jumping into your death. Echo's going to catch you with that launcher.
Yeah, interesting choice there. I mean, I always think if you're just down to a low health Teemo, jumping in probably isn't the answer. You probably just want to throw out those projectiles and get a little badge progress if you can. But you see, this is going to be really tough for Teemo to deal with that super. If you do anything in neutral, Warwick can just call it out if you're just throwing a projectile their way and get the pickup. So got to respect that super and pay attention to the super meter on Warwick at all times.
Especially because Warwick was able to get the ankle sweep off for the mix, so that means we're going to be going towards a full combo, able to help out with Echo there. We get the Bloodlust secured, but we get hit by Ari, going to be able to get in there once again with her pokes, going to continue this pressure and make sure that Bloodlust is not a problem anytime soon.
Yeah, this is a happy birthday as well, so going to be getting a ton of damage here, looking like 70% on each player, or each character rather. And the combo, I think, could have continued from there, but either way, gets the throw afterwards. Teemo does get to follow up. No meter, so goes for the tag launcher, and that is going to be death. I mean, talk about one combo just getting you so much value. Great stuff out of the Kill Sage here to bring this back in the second round. And at this point, I think you're just trying to clean this up without, or if you could, make Hubert use the Fury, but I doubt that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I doubt Hubert is going to be wanting to use this Fury anytime soon, especially with this life gap. At least we're going to be able to close it off a little bit more with this Time Winder setup. Going to be able to take out the Teemo here, leaving just Echo versus Ari to kill Sage. Definitely having that life advantage right now as they're already just trying to space out, waiting for Hubert to get in with some of these fireballs. Able to catch off the JH, but here comes the Fury actually coming out from Hubert, only taken out from that post-mortem assist.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing them both kind of consider when to use Fury in that situation. After that first character was killed and it was going to be one character apiece, it's really just kind of a back and forth on who ends up popping it first. Hubert tries to bet it all on red and does not pay off there. So we'll see if that comes to haunt them in this final round.
Yeah, that break gap is definitely worse for wear for Hubert, trying to find their opening right now, but of course the Teemo is going to be setting up triple mushrooms, setting up the grass, not going to be going for invisibility or the burning bush, just waiting it out and sacrificing their Ori and actually themselves too for a happy birthday.
Yeah, we just run into that Mega Time Winder. I'm not sure what the situation was there. Might have just barely started to commit to an action. Maybe a jump. It could be getting caught out on the jump frames. It's very possible. But either way, going to be Sage getting a nice little opening, forcing the burst out. We'll see. Oh, they have the dive through. Was onto the Teemo, but still ends up winning that scrap, catching the Ari here, and going to be a nice little conversion as well. Hubert looking great in this final round of our first game.
Really good coming out from Hubert there. Definitely having a big life gap right now against this Teemo. Even with your mushrooms coming out, we were able to ankle sweep them, but that means perfect setup for Teemo to get in and start some mushroom loops coming out. Gonna drop it, but at least putting Warwick into the corner, finding on the Sonic rolls, and now the S2 mushrooms are gonna be coming out.
The instant overhead, you got to be ready for it. I actually was wondering if that was a misinput, because I know sometimes if you get the Wii in the corner, it forces into that wall slump, and then you can get the shroom pickup. But it looks like that might have just been a perfect setup to hold them down in the corner as the big shroom explodes and get the opening with the instant overhead.
Nice, being able to bat out those mushrooms too, even with Teemo trying to set them up, and the Burning Bush, and the S2 Mushroom Super. We just run into that and put poison on ourselves. Really rough for Hubert here, as we got so many mushrooms set up, which means the kill stage can just kind of wait in the background, wait for you to get in, just try to do a launcher or something else like that, but actually going for that post-mortem assist from Ari to space out just a little bit more, and catches it with the Mushroom Burning Bush.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, with Fury active there, I think the plan for Hubert is like, hey, I got to try to get in while this Fury's active. I don't have to worry about chip if I'm blocking on my way in. But once the Mushroom Badge was acquired, we have those poison clouds. So normally with Fury, you do avoid chip, right? You're not going to have to deal with losing your health on block. But with the poison clouds, you're going to be getting that DOT over time, and it's just going to tick away at your health bar. So it was kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, and was not able to convert afterwards. Great stuff from Sage there. Great mastery of those characters, and playing it safe in those scrambles and converting when the opportunity presented itself.
Really good coming out there from both sides, especially though the kill stage going to be up a game as we're just going back to our character select, making sure that we got the right assist, got the right fuses, everything like that, as we're going to be going back over to the beach side, just the water, just the waves, and just the fighters as we're getting into the second game.
Yeah, heading over to Scudler Strand for the second match, and we'll see a nice pickup after that assist with Warwick. Always very valuable. If you tag in quick enough, you can pick up. And goes for the wall cling to buy a little bit of extra space here. Now just going to try to find a way to get in through these mushrooms, and is able to do so, and blocking the burst as well. This is going to be huge. Great start to the match here, and looking to continue that momentum. Oh, was trying to potentially catch after the roll, but not able to do so. And Sage is able to kind of reset a neutral, get another shroom into the mix. Oh, wow, gets picked up. Good stuff. It's a really important tool in this game. If you're going to handshake tag, you should always start an action with your other character before. And you saw that pay off there with that forward S1 with the Warwick, and then handshake so you can follow up behind it.
Oh, nice being able to get the Claws of the Beast off again. We were not watching out for an Echo. Going to be able to help us out, get another situation over there for the Feral Bite. Going into the ultimate, which means we're going to be building a Bloodlust, going to be absolutely tearing through this Ahri, waiting for Teemo, patiently rubbing our hands as we got such a good life lead. And of course, the Bloodlust install is here. We don't care that we have no meter right now. We're just going to try to wait it out and Berserker Slash our way. It actually drops it!
It's always that funky positioning with wall bounces. You got to be ready for when they're going to actually side switch or not. And what didn't end up picking up there, but either way, the health advantage is so big, had to feel pretty confident afterwards and was able to clean it up. We'll see here, nice call out to go for the handshake and another blocked burst. I mean, I think we're seeing more blocked bursts than landed bursts, right, at this point? This is pretty crazy.
It's absolutely insane coming out here from Hubert, being able to call it out over and over. Now just going through a block string right now, using Echo to call it out. And again, we just keep crouch blocking, and if you keep doing that, the Claws of the Beast are going to be coming out for you.
We blink and the character's dead. I mean, granted, you had the block first, but man, that's such a sick start here for Hubert in this round. Trying to even up the series. I mean, going to be stuck into the corner now. Tried to 2H that Teemo, but it's always so hard to predict with that parachute timing. And was able to land the cross-up button, but no confirm after, and you're whiffing, and this is going to be a lot of damage here potentially. No, we're dropping it. So, again, that can be a tricky route for Teemo. You do have to get the partial charge on that 2H, and if you don't, you just fully drop the route.
Unfortunate there, leaving Hubert alive as Echo's going to be tagging in. We're sacrificing a little bit of damage on our Warwick, and now the mushrooms are set up. We got the bush in there too, not able to go invisible. Find a catch, going to be able to drop it after that break. And the tear going to be coming in, calling out Teemo, which means this can lead into some crazy damage, especially because we got that level 3. Going to seal the deal on you, going to be going up 1-1.
Yeah, it's going to be a Yordle executed live on camera. There it is. Great stuff from Hubert to even up the series 1-1 apiece. And I noticed something that round that I don't think I've seen before. I think a mushroom popped, and the hitbox actually hit the Time Winder, and then that took priority over the Warwick. So keep an eye out for that in this matchup. I was not aware that that was an interaction that existed. Maybe I saw that wrong, but that could be huge if you could cover your own character with a Time Winder like that.
That could be really huge, especially that fire coming out to save you from that tear coming out. The kill Sage trying to play a little bit more patient, but not watching for my time. Get the third one in this set. We just keep going band for band with some of these baits.
Yeah, Hubert must be looking for that at all times. And normally, like, the team comps that are going to bait out those bursts is going to be with freestyle, right? Because you get that extra handshake tag and you can just kind of react with that. But even without it, Hubert just kind of ready. Sage is going to have to go back to the lab and see when exactly in these routes he can safely burst because it's not paying off. And that interrupt was crazy. He already must have been committed before the flash.
Yeah, must have been committed. Being able to stop that Time Winder is so huge, but not stopping this Echo pressure anytime soon. Limit Strike going to be coming out, just waiting for you with the overhead kick. Warwick going to try to find their answer. Claws of the Beast able to stop Teemo and just get a few more hits in to take the Ahri out, as left to just the Teemo yet again. And we got a level 3 on our Warwick too, so the Bloodlust is going to be coming out any minute.
And then we see the overhead connect again. This is what I'm saying, guys. This move is so fast. I think it's like technically, what is it, like a 19 or something frame startup? 14 to 19, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So it's like borders on reactable, but I think the problem is the start of the animation. Like, but you don't really recognize it's coming until he's in the air. So those first few frames, I think, make it really tough to react to. I mean, we're seeing top players in the world for this game struggling to block it. So definitely something to keep an eye out for moving forward.
Yeah, really good to call on an opponent's face, especially if they're crouch blocking and not watching out for it. And now we're going to be coming in, able to get that DP off, which means you already know we're going to be going into the maximum Wolf, able to get so much damage on the kill Sage, and being able to at least clash on the tear. We'll take that.
Yeah, definitely take that. And we'll see the super tag come to play here. Just get Teemo to set back up here. Almost nearly picked up. We've got the pizza cutter on the other side, not able to fully convert. And the parachute is just above the Warwick. That is insane spacing, totally all according to plan. And now this super tag is just going to let Warwick eat a bunch of damage in the background. Ahri continues the pressure onto the Echo. This should be death here. Sage looking great in the second round. We could be going final game, final round. Let's see what Hubert has to say about it.
There we go. DP just a little bit too short. The spacing was not right, and Ahri going to call you out for it, leaving us in our first final game, final round situation of the top 16.
Yeah, this round decides who makes it into top 8 on winner's side and who has to play one more match to make it in on the loser's side. So a lot on the line here. You definitely want to secure your spot if at all possible. We'll see what Sage is able to do. Off to a decent start getting these shrooms down. And the Aria assist does connect, but no conversion after Teemo was interrupted.
There we go. Going to be able to try to get that Feral Bite. Just going to get broken out of as the mushrooms start to get set up. Able to take one out with Claws of the Beast. Going into Echo now. Trying to jump in. Air Dash just going to get called out a little bit as Teemo backs up. And once again, we want these mushrooms out and about, making sure that Hubert does not want to run in on us.
Yeah, Sage is getting a lot of these hits in these scrambling situations, but not able to convert afterwards, and is going to be opened up by Hubert's Warwick here as well. Going to be a bunch of damage on deck, dropping that super, building up Bloodlust, and now, yeah, super tag time. Smart jump there from Hubert. Avoid that high-low mix, but still going to get picked up after landing. We'll see, how do you deal with this pressure in the corner? Push block is going to come through, and you have a Time Winder to play around here. Just taking your time, wait for the assist cooldown to come back. Smart choice from Hubert.
Yeah, just going to have to wait out this Fireball Super. Actually, assist calls Warwick right just to take that damage.
God.
Wait a minute, we get the freeze on Teemo, and we can easily combo you into the corner, into death, get Warwick in there, get the Feral Bite situation, and you know what? Just build up some Bloodlust meter with that DP and finish it off in style.
That opening was huge. There were 2 mushrooms on the landing zone for that Echo, but the Time Winder connects before and clears the space, so able to land and follow up afterwards. Huge stuff. The 2H whiffs here, and the My Time does connect, but no follow-up after. You got to be ready for those.
Oh, nice, being able to just bat you out, get another Time Winder in there, make up for the last one whiffing, as we're going to be getting you in that time freeze. Yeah, there's that Fury. I mean, we have to use it now or never.
Yeah, exactly, and you got to be, I'm surprised Hubert wasn't ready to block that as well. We've seen so many block bursts at this point, but either way, does get the conversion after. Hubert is going to be moving on to top 16. As you can see, feeling mentally exhausted after that set. It was so back and forth, so many different scrambles, and just trying to stay on top of everything that was going on, and it pays off big time to Hubert after that banger set, and we'll see Sage, I'm sure, in just a few minutes on the loser side of things. So,
yeah, no, really good coming out from both of those, especially Hubert. I mean, the stream we did watch of them yesterday for pools against TJR was also very, very close between them and TJR, and now being able to lock into top 8 after such a close set, especially, again, as I mentioned before, Warwick does struggle a little bit against Ahri, but against some of that mix, especially Claws of the Beast, using it specifically right in front, not trying to run up with it, making sure it wasn't called out, always calling out on the crouch block. After a while, it's like, okay, my opponent's just going to keep crouch blocking. It is plus if they're stand blocking. So maybe in the future, try to stand block a little bit more against the Warwick.
Right, yeah, you'd have to think that would come into play, and again, I think Sage was playing pretty well a lot of that time. If you think of all the times the burst was blocked and all the times he had those opening scrambles, especially with the pizza cutter midair and not able to convert, the fact that it went that long shows like it's definitely had a good grasp of things across the whole match, but you're going to have to hit the lab on those certain situations and be ready to roll. And we are going to have to be ready to roll for this next match. We have Hikari versus Chris G. Chris G was just, I believe, in second place in I hope its first attack is the series. I think it was first attack, right?
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico. So going up against, I believe it was Jonathan Tene in the grand finals, and that was a fantastic tournament. Chris G, I mean, just a master of so many different games, right? We've seen them for decades at this point across the fighting game space, and now Hikari has just been on an absolute tear in this game. An EVO France champion for Dragon Ball Fighters, and basically any tournament he enters at this point for 2XKO he's taking. So this would be huge for Chris to be able to take this, but I don't even know if you could call it a huge upset just with their resumes across their career, right?
Yeah, no, they've both been playing so well in the tag fighter scene. Even Chris G coming out last night to UMBC 3 to a Game 10 in the Grand Finals. A Game 10 against TJ, losing it out in the end to Team Big Body, but hey, still being able to play pretty well with a Mori, Doom, Virgil team. So I imagine Chris G is just going to be trying to bring that pressure again against Hikari to see who makes it towards top 8 on the winner's side. Just be making sure our buttons are all set to go, as I want to see what they're going to be playing this time around, especially from Chris G.
It's so funny how different players kind of wear their emotions on their sleeve or not. We saw Sonic Fox just having a great time, win or lose, match after match. Hikari looks like he hasn't expressed an emotion in his entire life. He's just so stoic and locked and loaded, and he's ready. There's no fun here. It's all business, and I totally respect that. I mean, it's paying off for him with his approach, so we'll see what he's able to do here. We are going to be seeing the Echo Yasuo combo. Top two players, or characters rather, on the roster going up against the Keepaway team. I believe it's Teemo Ahri, right, if I remember correctly, or is it Teemo Jinx for Chris G?
I think for Chris G, and I actually have no idea. It's been a minute since I've seen them myself. We're definitely locking into the Teemo. It's Teemo Ari going to be coming out again. So definitely a team that can cover all of their breaks versus another team that just wants to really keep you out and stall you up.
Yeah, and this could be a potential button check. We'll see as we hop in. Think they're going to be doing that. So we'll take a peek here. Maybe we'll see a little bit of sauce. Yeah, I imagine that's not how we're playing neutral with Teemo. So this should be a fun one. We got freestyle behind the Teemo Ari, and we got double down on Yasuo Echo. Now that's actually very interesting to me because I think Hikari started this game with 2x assist, and then at DIY was running freestyle with this team. And when I say 2x assist, he was also running, I believe it was Yasuo Alawi at the time.
Yeah.
And now still with Yasuo Echo freestyle in the last tournament, and now here we're seeing double down. So I'm curious, maybe just pick something different for the button check to make sure it's clear, or if they're going to be rocking that. Okay, so it is going to be freestyle on both sides.
Definitely feeling the Yasuo Echo as they've been taking over the 2x KO scene. I remember them playing Yasuo Alawi before, especially with 2x. Such a good team in terms of keeping up with Alawi's tentacle loops, especially on that 2x assist. I remember seeing that a lot from them before, but Echo's still going to be able to hold down just the same with the Mega Time Winder situations and a lot of other stuff that Echo could do, especially Mr. My Time over here with that assist.
Exactly right. Well, let's get on into it. We have our third of 4 winner's side matches here for top 16. Let's see who claims the next spot on winner's side and who has to fight for their life in the loser side of things. I mean, we got to favor Hikari slightly here, but Chris G's going to be no slouch, so this should be a fun one.
Whew. Stray going to be going on Teemo as Echo's going to be going in for the launcher. Already going to be able to catch Chris G as, there we go, Yasuo going to be getting in there trying to set up a win wall.
Woo! Yeah, getting into quite a scramble here. Just going to bring in the Teemo. So definitely one of the great uses of freestyle here is being able to tag Teemo, start to charge that slingshot, re-tag to Ari so she can continue the pressure with that slingshot behind. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, I'm sure. We're going to be seeing a lot of this route as well, bringing you all the way to the corner and setting up strong Oki time after time. Whether you stay with Ari or do the tag launcher, you have a lot of flexibility with her, this team.
There we go. Going to be slamming Teemo on the ground. Going to be catching on the roll. And there we go. Baiting out the break. Going to be really bad for Chris G here as Hikari's going to be setting up perfectly. Going to be going to the tag launcher. Get Yasuo in here to finish the job. Just slash you down while you're on the ground. Leaving just the Teemo let alive with no meter, no fury. We got 2 bars for supers if we want to use them. It's still a rough spot.
Yeah, we're seeing the value of that freestyle like we were talking about before. It's definitely the strongest fuse if you want to be baiting burst and keeping your pressure safe, even if you have a couple gaps in there. So going to be seeing a lot of that on both sides of things, I'm sure, and Hikari just playing nice and safe here. Just take a little bit of chip, let the mushroom badge continue, and looking for a strong opportunity to find a way in here. The throw is going to allow you to do that, but you're going to have to deal with the shroom afterwards. A nice parry. Unk check is passed, and we're just dropping the level 3. Great awareness of the resources on deck and saying, don't try me with that. I got these reactions.
Able to catch them reactions, being able to take out that Teemo, able to take out that first round. Ari going to have to come in again after Teemo to, try to make something happen. Definitely going to be tagging straight into them. Playing Morgan Point last night for UMBC 3, so going to be doing a similar game, but still having to deal with this echo pressure, especially as we get the after image install out of here. Being able to stop your get-up attack.
Yeah, how do you like your burrito? Do you want extra guac? Do you want extra mix? What is it going to be? And we're seeing a ton of damage after the follow-up. This is, in all intents and purposes, that was one touch to get 90% and then just gets the throw afterwards. So great stuff from Hikari. Off to a fantastic start here in the second round. Looking to close out game 1 strong.
Yeah, looking to get Echo in there too, especially as Yasuo is just going to finish their pressure. Not going to be able to bait out the Fury this time around. Teemo just going to be running in with their little waddle. Going to be able to get a happy birthday for a split second, but still going to be able to get some damage. Actually drops on Echo, leaving Yasuo to set up the wind wall and Echo to get the pressure, but the parry going to be coming through, and that's going to be some damage.
Yeah, don't try me with that. I mean, these players are so strong. They know when these parry opportunities are going to show up, and it's funny seeing another Teemo player dropping that pickup with the charge 2H. It's tougher than you guys might think. I mean, you can get down the time to get it mostly consistent, but having to get that mid-charge, it really is a different execution check that players, especially like someone Chris G, who has so much experience across all these other games, there's not a lot of hold execution checks. And you see here a great follow-up after with that super tag, or not super tag, super assist rather. And the burst is going to waste all 3 of that meter. Tough position here for Chris G, so no parries available. Going to have to do this with very limited resources and not even a super tag available anytime soon.
Yeah, going to be really rough for Chris G, but at least we got both of your opponents on low health. But Echo's going to be able to go in off that stinger from Yasuo. Going to be able to get the tag launcher off. Yasuo going to be able to put you to the ground. We got 2 bars, so we're going to be finishing off with that S2. Hikari getting the first game on the board.
It's so funny, man. He looks identical to preset. He's just unfazed, win or lose. You love to see it. He's just locked in here all the way, and making Chris G looking like a little bit of a slouch. I mean, that was just a very clean start for this first game, and we know how strong of a player Chris G is, so just a testament to Hikari's strength in this game and his consistency.
Being able to tag with that freestyle into Teemo, going to be able to get some mushroom moves off here, keep Hikari in the corner. We got breaker for Hikari, but we're definitely going to be waiting maybe until the super just gets baited out a little bit, but the limit strike is going to be going in. We're trying to set up a mine, able to throw off the wake-up roll. Knew that was going to happen, but not that get-up attack. Yeah,
I'm surprised we didn't see a back throw come out there. He did react in time. But either way, it's going to be Hikari's turn, keeping up this corner pressure. What is the mix here? There is no mix. Ends up whiffing, and the RES2 is going to convert. So this is a free full super for Teemo to follow up, and now just going to look to chip him out.
Trying to get that chip so close yet so far, and Hikari, good call out there, going to be able to put Yasuo in the back spot and save a little bit of that great health. Echo going to have to take this Teemo up front, and Teemo going to be able to find their opening, and we're definitely going to be going to a full combo. Actually, not going to be able to, but hey, we just run back in there for the OTG. We got our S2 Mushroom Super in the corner, and we're going to continue it for 50% off your life. We're going.
What is this route? I have not seen this route before. This is actually insane. There's so much bad progress, so much damage, and being able to bring Ari into that strong Oki situation with her down S1, I mean, just so strong, but it does end up getting clipped on the other side. Going to bring Echo in off the tag launcher, and we're just dropping that meter. I believe this should kill. Ari is one of the squishier characters in the game. There is a lot of scaling on here.
Going to be able to take out the Ari there, leaving just Teemo with no bar 2 against Hikari. Definitely going to feel rough, especially with Echo right in front of you yet again, trying to bait out the parachute, able to parry that hyper super rush, going to be coming in and not going to be able to find the punish on Teemo. Wait, there we go. We found the anti-air.
Yeah, no confirm afterwards. Did get that opening, but not able to get a full conversion. We'll see what Hikari's able to do. I mean, just such low health on the Yasuo here. You got to be careful with what you can get hit by. A single hit could do it, but also a single hit could clutch the round. What a confirm. Gets the dash through into the level 3. That is a dead Yordle, and that is another round secured. 1 round away here from securing a spot in winner's side, top 8. What is Chris G's response?
Chris G going to have to figure out something now, or else they're going to be going to the loser side of the bracket to qualify for top 8, especially as Hikari is already trying to bat about a swing with their time winders, get in with the rapid slashes coming out from Virgil, and there we go. Going to be finding the opening, dropping on our B, and B unfortunate there, and not going to be able to pick back up, just getting a little bit of damage on Teemo for a stray.
Oh, that was nice air mobility and fantastic defense from Chris here. I mean, does get clipped, but no conversion afterwards. Blocked like 4 different mixes before getting hit by the 5th. And, I mean, just such a strong defensive player. You see that come out here. And, I mean, I can't even believe there was a throw gap there. That's insane. I thought that was still in block stun, but strong awareness from Hikari. It is going to be up to Chris G here to get this pressure in the corner. No gray health for Ari, so even though you're taking her out, she's not going to get any health back, really. It's just going to be up to this team to do some work, and is able to get the overhead afterwards, so forcing the breakout from Hikari.
Ooh, and trying to find what that stance 2H. Going to get a little bit of damage on Ari and has to wait out this Teemo. Able to take out all those mushrooms, but that pebble was just enough to start the pressure for Chris G. Going to be able to find their opening and continue that pressure with Ari. Going to be charging up this S1 super just for some more juggling, some more combo damage, and tag launch straight into Teemo.
Oh boy, Teemo says as he gets to continue the combo afterwards and actually drops it. And again, we see the pizza cutter connect midair, but no follow-up. It's so hard to react to that. And either way, the Ari air throw is going to come through. Looking like this could be a potential final round situation if we're able to continue this from Chris G. The super is going to connect from Hikari, so it's just going to be Echo v Teemo. 2 of the top 4 horsemen. Who takes this? There is a health advantage and meter advantage on Chris G's side.
Yeah, really good coming out here. Spirit Rush not going to be coming through for Chris G just yet, but able to find an opening. This is really good coming out for the Teemo, especially getting a little burning bush. Drops it. Oh no, Echo going to be staying alive. We just got to build as much pressure as possible with this S1 super. Keep Hikari out of our space, but they're just going to be jumping in, waiting on you. You're stalling in the air, but it's not enough.
Oh man, Hikari's ready for it. Don't try that on him, and now it's burrito time. And ends up getting the mix afterwards, catches on the low. Could potentially pop Fury if he wants to continue this to get more damage, but no, we're going to go for Limit Strike, take a little bit of strong Oki here, and now you could potentially react if you are Hikari to getting hit once with the Fury. But time is coming into play here. Now there's going to be some chip damage coming in, and again, Teemo has less health, so if it's even, the edge is going to go to Hikari.
trying to find one stray pebble to get some damage. It's going to be a timeout, and Kari winning with just like a little bit of health on timeout. Really good there, making sure you're not going to get chipped out from a pebble. As Hikari is going to be moving on to top 8.
And it got so scrambly at the end. I'm really surprised we didn't see Chris G go for the Teemo Super, the Dart Super. That could have potentially chipped out and gotten at least a health advantage at the end, but opts to go for the pebble. I mean, I guess Fury could have been popped if he saw the super start early, but I don't even think that would interrupt it when it's full screen. So curious what the thought process is there. But either way, Hikari doing Hikari things, claiming that next spot in the top 8. And now we have one spot remaining on the winner side of things. That's going to be between Nitro and Leffen. I mean, this could be a Strive Grand Finals, and we're seeing it on winner side top 16 for 2XKO. So very interesting to see how this one is going to play out. We got more Teemo coming on deck. I know for a fact Leffen's playing Teemo. He cooked me earlier. And I believe Nitro, I want to say Nitro also has Teemo on his team, so could be double Teemo again. Going to be very interesting to see here. But, man, just insane matches. It's everything we could have asked for. We kind of expected this coming in, right, with such strong players, and it's just great that it's paying off for us here.
Yeah, no, it's really great that we're seeing so much top talent coming out here, especially with Nitro and Leffen coming up here now. Leffen coming all the way from Sweden, too, which is, like, insane, coming all the way from there to DreamHack to try to compete and, of course, try to win for 2025 for the first Impact event. Still having to go up against Nitro, of course, sponsored by FlyQuest. Great to see them out here, of course, competing in Guilty Gear Strive 2.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm curious if Leffen's just sticking around for Midwest as well, because that's going to be in a couple weeks, and there's a nice little prize pool for 2v2, or maybe he just hopped across the ocean just for this weekend. But either way, great to see Leffen come out here, unless you run into him in pools. That was not so fun, let me tell you that. But hey, it is what it is. It's good reps to get matches against top players, and we have been blessed with that here all bracket today.
Yeah, no, we've been blessed. I mean, personally, my run, I went up against Blue Sky Guy, so close to taking the set, but I just whiffed on some Pharaoh Bite situations.
Sure.
Unfortunate there, but hey, I just lock in for next time. And the person I lost to in losers is also in the losers for top 16. So I lost to top players, so hypothetically, if the seeding was different, I would have made top 16. Hypothetically.
Yeah, it could have been you over there. I might have been commentating solo. So lucky for me, I have some assistants here. So shout out fellow Oni member, Blue Sky. Coming through and taking that dub. But, yeah, we're going to be hopping into this match here shortly. Both players getting posted up, and they've just been looking really clean. I haven't watched too much of Nitro in this tournament run, but was at DIY and a couple locals in New York as well, and has been playing at a really high level over there as well. So I would imagine in this matchup, Leffen is the favorite. I know seeding-wise today, Nitro would be the favorite the way that lines up. So I guess it depends who you ask, but I mean, Leffen's definitely no slouch. We've seen them take some tournaments across multiple games, including, I believe, one of, I don't know if it was a first Impact event, but there was a huge EU tournament that they did take first place. So, yeah, should be very interesting to see here. I do see Teemo on player 2 side, which I believe is going to be Leffen. So I'm just so curious to see who Nitro's playing.
Yeah, Nitro, of course, going to be coming in, hopefully bringing from Guilty Gear Strive with the method. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that coming out from Nitro, known for that, as we're just going to make sure our buttons are all good, making sure they're pressing right. Just going to be saving our buttons, and yeah, both sides going to be rocking with the Teemo. Going to be seeing Nitro rocking Yasuo with it. Interested to see if Leffen is going to continue. There we go, just going to be locking in that Teemo ult. That's your only choice there.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a mirror match, if I remember correctly. Yeah. When I was playing Leffen, it was Yas Teemo, so we'll see if they do the same fuses as well. We have double down on the side of Leffen and double down on the side of Nitro. So I imagine this will be a quick button check, and then we'll be hopping in the action. I mean, so just from my match today against Leffen, he has some very strong routes. You're going to see a lot of super tag action, and if that pickup does connect, you're going to be seeing a lot of stance heavies out of Yasuo. Just build up that damage all throughout, and then there's just so many different conversions he can follow up with. You can place a Shroom as Yasuo does the downward slash and kind of pick up from there. There's just so much value from this team, and they really complement each other. I thought it would not be the most complementary team early on, but it just, I mean, with all the tools Yasuo has, it can really pay off big time.
Yeah, it can really pay off. Seems that was just a little bit of a button check. All good to go now. That was going to be locking in on our characters now as we're going to be getting into the real match. Still keeping the double down on both sides, of course. These are really good teams with the super tag situation, as you were talking about before, and then being able to just charge up with that stance heavy. Now going into the Bridge of Progress. Both of them going to be leaving home, going between Piltover and Zon, as we're going to be seeing who's moving on the winner side to top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be our last match of the winner side of things here for top 16. So This will definitely be interesting to see who takes this and who's going to have a little bit of a loser's run ahead of them. See right away there was some super tag shenanigans, but going to kind of reset to neutral here. And another super tag on deck, and wasn't able to jump during the block string, so has to block all this manually, and is able to do so, but afterwards does get picked up by the low.
Yeah, really good call out there. Good to be able to just rapid slash their way through. Leffen already playing so well. Just going to be tagging Teemo in there to try to deal with it. Broken though, as now Yasuo going to have to come back in and finish the job, but can't find their pokes.
We'll see playing it out here slowly, parachuting away, just kind of feeling out neutral here, trying to let the assist do the work if at all possible. You're just going to have to eat all this pressure. Yasuo's getting beat up in the background. Instant overhead did connect, but no follow-up afterwards. Wasn't quite ready for it. You see the nice backward jump to get out of that forward throw. Good awareness of the situation there. Tries to parachute out of that, but Yasuo was body blocking with his own life. We'll see here. And it's so back and forth already. Leffen does get the pickup here. That is going to be first character taken out. Leffen leading the way in this first round. We'll see if the solo Yasuo has what it takes to even things up. Oh, the instant overhead, it's so strong, and if you have the pickup afterwards, it can be huge as well. Only seeing a couple hits, no full conversion, and nice pickup with the Teemo slingshot on the other side of things to keep that combo true. Strong awareness from Leffen.
Really good coming out from Leffen right off the bat. Immediately trying to go for that super tech situation again, finding the stray on Yasuo and being able to find Teemo a little happy birthday there for a second as it's just Teemo left to get OTG'd. Good break there, but still a lot of damage off the bat on Nitro, as now they're going to be getting their own super tech situation, but whiffing on the stance 2H.
Yeah, it was great timing there from Nitro to catch Leffen starting to plant that shroom, so the super did connect, but no full conversion afterwards. And now you get the wall slump. It's so valuable for Yasuo. He can pick up in so many different ways, and the wall slump is just such a nice one. It gives you so much time to confirm afterwards. And you see here, because you're in the corner, you do get the double level 1 super situation. So Nitro able to take the first health bar of the second round, trying to bring this back, and does connect with the medium in the air. Gonna force the breakout, so it is going to be Fury time on this Yasuo. A single hit could lead to death, but now it's dart time. This is a great combo. Gives you a lot of corner carry, a lot of badge progression as well, and you get to opt into a super afterwards, or mushroom, or tag launcher. We see the mushroom option, forward throw does connect, and no combo afterwards on the pickup.
Trying to rush in. There we go, getting the Sonic roll off. Going to be able to get that S1 super in there too. Trying to get more damage on the super tag. And now Nitro is going to be able to tie the rounds up 1-1. Trying to make a statement against Leffen right now as we're going into this third round. Of course, Leffen just opening it. Both of them opening it the same way now. And both Yasuo's having to take the darts.
That's modern art. Single brain cell from both of them being shared here as both players opting for the same exact opening. It just kind of evens out. And now we're going right back into the classic pressure. Nice cross-up, wasn't ready for it. I really think the only option is, I mean, if you have the reactions, you can go for a block, but I think parry is probably the strongest, because depending on the spacing, you never know if that move's going to cross up or not, and we don't see that option coming through, so good bit of value there for Nitro.
Leffen going to try to get in on a blockchain right now, backing up with the mushroom and the pebble. Going to catch a little bit on Nitro, but not enough to make some crazy damage or combos happen. Just going to have to back up. The stance 2H going to catch on Yasuo, and we're going to be able to pick up off of that too. Try to get the mushroom in there for the S1 super tag situation to come out for the S2 mushrooms.
Yeah, we're progressing this mushroom badge big time, killing the character as well. So about 60% of the way or so. There's probably 4 more shrooms that need to get popped on Nitro's side of things. I don't know if that's going to happen by the time this match wraps up, but we do see a pickup afterwards with the Yasuo. This is going to be huge here. Lots of damage, getting the limit strike, setting up for good corner pressure, and it went for a get-up attack. It was so far away from the Yasuo. I think that was just a preemptive choice, rather than reaction.
Now having to pop the Fury, it's a now or never type of situation for Leffen. Having to rush in, getting air thrown though, able to survive that, get an opening, but the break coming out from Nitro means that Nitro is setting up their own super tag situation, but the crumple coming out from the post-mortem assist.
Yeah, huge assist, and while the Fury's about to run out, you would love to get this opening if you're Leffen, but now no Fury on deck. It's just going to be up to a low health Teemo and a Yasuo behind things, but yeah, Nitro cleaning stuff up after a solid start from Leffen. Able to take game 1 and in a strong position here. 1 game away from clutching up a spot on the winner's side of top 8. Let's see what Leffen's response is here. Do we see double super tag again, or do we feel out neutral a bit? Okay.
Yeah, just going to be doing it again. Nitro at this point knows that Leffen is going to be going for that super tag situation. And this time around, going to get the advantage, especially off neutral. Going to be able to get that throw and block your get-up attack, but at least we're going to be able to break to stop this pressure.
That was really funny. Both players adapted that time around for the super tag and went for wind wall assist on both of them. So ends up kind of neutralizing things here. And Leffen does end up on the strong side of things after the first scramble. Going to be able to get the strong Oki situation with the burning bush. Instant overhead does connect. Going to force the breakout from Nitro. And now we're right back into the super tag situation.
Yeah, right back into super tag, trying to get that throw off. There we go. The air throw coming out, though. Able to find your opening, though. Nitro going to have to take more damage off these stances coming out from Leffen, being able to carry with this BNB in the corner. Love this route coming out. And you already know we're going to try to end it off with Teemo.
Yeah, exactly right. Teemo just gets so much value out of the corner, and it goes for the reset into the air throw. Good call from Leffen here in a strong position in this first round. We'll see that assist does connect, so was able to confirm easily with that handshake tag. This should lead to death. 3 meter is on deck, no break in sight. Round one going Leffen's way in this second game. Trying to stay alive here. There's a lot on the line here.
Yeah, Leffen finding a lot more of those openings that they need, and especially being able to convert their combos over and over again from both Yasuo to Teemo, and now going to be able to be on potential just round reset, being able to get the 1-1 situation, especially as they're opening up differently, just trying to get pebbles and assists in there, proving to be successful.
Nice. Yeah, and the successful empty jump there into the low is going to be huge, forcing the breakout right away in this second round. So Leffen in a fantastic spot moving forward. Does get picked up with the forward throw, so has to deal with some mix afterwards, and does get picked up here. So going to have to consider spending this Fury. No, a rare drop. Okay. Wasn't able to close that distance enough was Nitro, and has to reset to neutral here. Can't really contest with the burning bush, or we can just run right into it. Why not?
Yeah, you know, if we just want to do that, we always can, but now having to take so much damage coming off of that super tag situation from Leffen, rushing in, going to be able to get the throw on wake up, but this time around we're using our get up attack to keep safe. Going to get Teemo in there, both of them trying to throw in the mushrooms. Make sure you do not get strayed out by the pebble, as the super tag situation going to be successful for Leffen.
Yeah, punishing that slingshot. Great awareness there. And Leffen's in a fantastic spot here to close out the second game. This would be an insane comeback if Nitro's able to do it. But, I mean, Yasuo is one of those characters that can kind of do it by themselves if needed. We'll see what they're able to do. Is going to get picked up with the Hasagi through the wind wall. Game 2 going Leffen's way. We got a final game situation here between two of Strive and two of Scale's top players.
Yeah, now trying to see who's moving on against that top 8 winners side. Both of them really wanting to go there with the same teams. And Leffen going back to their usual neutral. But this time around, you know, again, we're both going for that super tag situation with the wind wall again. But this time that enhanced thing are going to be going successful for Leffen.
That's such good screenshot material. Having the super flash and then seeing the assist with Yasuo's face on both sides of things. It's just the same. It's literally every round start we've been seeing that. I need to see that on the timeline later. But either way, great start here from Leffen. Able to get half of Yasuo's health off the bar for Nitro. Does end up getting picked up after and gets the burst baited. This is a huge turnaround for Nitro. Can you get the full conversion afterwards? Does get the shroom pop, so we're progressing the badge, getting extra damage, more shrooms on deck afterwards, continuing the route. This is just so optimal. This should be a full conversion afterwards. Ends up not getting it. The chain dash not fast enough.
Not fast enough, trying to find your opening yet again. Perfect parry, though, coming out against Leffen. Nitro finding so many good openings here to continue their pressure. Going to be able to launch again with the fire coming out from Teemo. Put you to the ground with the butt slam. Get that S1 super, and of course, we're getting for that super tag situation. Not able to find all of our openings and have to break to make sure that that birthday does not continue.
What could have been such a strong spot to convert off that super tag ends up going into a bit of a scramble. Has to break, but it ends up paying off. And now we got round 1 locked up. Good stuff from Nitro here. Looking like in a commanding position. The only deficit we're looking at going into this round is going to be on the break side of things. So outside of that, we'll see what they're able to do. Just so much badge progression as well. The routes that Nitro's going for is so valuable here.
And already being able to launch again. Definitely more Leffen's game this time around, this round, especially as we're getting our tag launcher in there, get Yasuo in there, trying to find an OTG, just dash out of there to go for another opening, and Nitro was not ready for that. Pay the price with Teemo's life.
Yeah, Leffen cleaning up that Teemo and not a scratch on him. It does get picked up afterwards with the Hasagi, so a nice little bit of damage here for Nitro, but that means meters off the table, no parry available for a bit here. And it'll just be up to some raw neutral with the occasional Teemo assist behind here. Gets the forward throw, goes for some Oki pressure afterwards, plays it nice and safe, and now super tag going to come through. Jumps, but actually gets called out for the jump. Teemo's everyone's hitting everyone right now. Super tag, or super assist rather from Teemo coming through, getting a little extra damage in. And both Yasuos are just going to set up mid-screen, touch tornadoes real quick, and see how they can feel this out. Good block on the instant overheads. The defense is huge here from Nitro.
And there we go, that super tag situation coming out yet again, but this time around Nitro almost able to block out everything, but Yasuo going to be able to find their way in again. Leffen going to be able to pop up that S2 super, and you already know we're going to be linking straight into our ultimate, and I'm pretty sure we got another final game, final round situation on our hands.
Yeah, it's huge, high pressure, great gameplay, and this is where we see the greats kind of demonstrate why they are so good. With all this pressure on deck, you've got to stay composed and play your game. We'll see who's able to do so. And again, literally every single round has been starting the same exact way. Fantastic stuff here from both players. You're just taking advantage of the strong mechanics. I mean, it's a really strong option. You might as well go for it. You have the wind wall to cover your butt as well, so very valuable stuff. And Leffen going to come out on top of that initial scramble. Slight health advantage here, and no break for either player moving forward.
Going to be no break and just trying to rush in against the Teemo right now, trying to parry, but Yasuo just going to find their way in. Virgil doing Virgil things, going to continue this pressure even more with some of these inputs. Going to be able to find Teemo in there too. Get that mushroom in there, trying to make sure you're still blocking. As we come in again for the pizza coming from the overhead, we got to be watching.
Chat, press 1 if you got hit. You didn't know what side that was landing on. I know you didn't.
That came at the top of our heads, but Yasuo going to try to make that guess happen again, and Nitro still can't take any of this pressure. Leffen on point right now. They got the dog in them.
Yeah, no Warwick on screen, but the dog is here, and Leffen is just absolutely cooking. There's going to be a ton of damage going into the Super Shroom afterwards. Gets to continue, but Fury is going to be popped, so it's all up to the single Fury on a low-health Teemo to bring a huge comeback. Going to try to be fishing for a happy birthday if at all possible, but goes for the limit strike into hard knockdown, provides some meter, and the air throw does lead into a dead Teemo, so this is very doable right now. There is potential for Leffen to get break here by the end of this, but we're just going for a little bit of chip, or a good chunk of chip rather, because Fury is on deck, so that is pretty valuable with that dart super.
We do lose out on Fury. It is expired now. Still having to go into a Yasuo with that wind wall is very, very scary, but at least our mushrooms are trying to help out. We're just going to get some more mushrooms in there with the S2 super, but there we go. Oh, it was on block, but the post-mortem assist comes out to clutch. We whiff in the air. Unfortunate, the Sonic roll trying to come out. Both of them in neutral, but we find with the air throw trying to pick up.
Tried to beat the Fury, but didn't. Oh, Leffen's so smart to opt to not use it there, and it pays off big time. Nitro easily could have taken that if he just fully committed, but, I mean, just respected the knowledge and the situational awareness from Leffen, expected the Fury to come out, but no. I mean, the mind games is just so crazy there. It's just so important in this game to take advantage of your resources and manage them to the best of your ability, and we just saw it pay off huge there for Leffen. Great stuff.
Great stuff coming out there from Leffen, able to clutch up in the end, especially as Nitro was about to come up on you after that Fury with that Teemo. Even if it was low health, even if it was a big hill to climb, they were still trying to climb up it. And shout out to both of them. Of course, Nitro going to be going on the loser side, still can qualify towards our top 8. Again, just going to have to be on the loser side, as now we're going to be paying a visit towards that side.
Exactly right. We are going to be heading over to the loser side of things. We do have our first match queued up. It's going to be Jazz Rap against Ronnie Chu. Ronnie Chu making a pretty strong run. I'll have to double check their bracket to see, but I believe they had some strong wins. And Jazz Rap has been just grinding out these online tourneys. I believe just got first or second in Breakout. I believe you were commentating that match this past weekend. But either way, there's going to be some sick ones. And, of course, with Leffen going on to the winner side of thing, going to be in that top 4 of winners, or top 4 players on the winner side of things, but it's obviously going to be top 8. I believe that means there'll be minimum 6th place on the winner side of things. So great stuff there, and I'm sure we'll be seeing Nitro here shortly in a couple of matches. So going to want to stay tuned for sure. These loser matches are going to be crazy, and everyone here from moving forward is going to be on their tournament life trying to secure a spot to play tomorrow, I believe at 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's going to be a very early morning for these players. I know I'm going to be watching in the audience because there's going to be some hype sets, especially as we're already having in top 16. You guys are already giving me heart attacks. I drink too much Red Bull already, so, you know, if I flatline tonight, you already know why.
Well, it gets dangerous. When Red Bull sponsors events like they do at DreamHack, they're handing out free Red Bull. That can be a strong choice for us commentators to stay locked and loaded.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Oh, you didn't even know? I
no,
assume that's where you got it from.
No, I got it from, like, the Red Bull booth.
Yeah, Red Bull booth. Yeah,
that is what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I'm saying because they sponsor you, you just go grab them for free. So I've been doing that every day for sure, and helps to stay energized, locked and loaded for these sick matches here. And, you got to shout out to all our sponsors for this event. DreamHack has been fantastic. I don't know how much of the event you've been able to check out outside of these matches, but a lot of great stuff to do, a lot of great vendors, and there's cosplay competitions going on. There's tons of art everywhere. Great matches across the fighting games, Marvel Rivals, CS. It's just been a great weekend all around.
Yeah, no, really cool stuff coming out over here. There's a bed company that has like surround sound speakers in their bed. I almost fell asleep on that. And I'm pretty sure they got pictures on me for their social media. And of course, there's a DreamHack store where they have some stuff like on bargain too. Some old stuff from Liquipedia. There's like a Spider-Man jersey in there. Which,
sick.
if you know who I want to play in Tokon, I'm definitely buying that.
There you go.
I'm a day one Spider-Man.
There you go. We need to see some new character reveals in that game. It's been a hot minute. We haven't gotten a single new character since the game has been shown off. So very curious to see what's up with that. But we are seeing a new character of this stream. We are seeing Alawi come in for the first time, so that should be very interesting to see. A character we saw a ton when this game first came back for early access, and especially during the Alpha Labs as well. Starting to fall off a little bit in terms of representation, but still a very, very strong character. And we're going right into things. It looks like, oh no, this actually might be a bug check. Okay, it looked like they were scrambling right off the bat, but
yeah, just gonna make sure we're good to go. Actually,
I think they. This is so hard to tell. I think they are actually playing this one out. All right. So we are going to hop into things with JazzRap rocking the Echo Warwick 2x assists. Like we talked about before, a very strong team to get those Bloodlust combos, get a ton of Bloodlust meter built up, and we have the Alawi alongside Yasuo with 2x assists. Hikari's old team, you see it paying off big time here, leading off to a ton of damage on the Echo.
There we go. Already being able to take out JazzRap's Echo, and we're still putting the pressure on Warwick. Going to have to find another rapid slash situation. Going to be able to continue it with the stances as we're going to pretty swimmingly almost take out JazzRap here and now. Actually, no, we got it.
Yeah, fantastic start here for Ranichu. Really cooking with this team, showing the value. And it just covers so much space. All the combo extensions feel so guaranteed. It's like really hard for these characters to drop combos. It has to be like a very specific situation. And you see them cleaning things up in this first round and continuing on in the second round. Going for the limit strike here to get into the corner and build up a little extra meter.
There we go. The break going to be coming out for Ranichu. Trying to go in there. JazzRap trying to slash their way in. The overhead kick getting perfect parried. We already knew it was coming out.
Yeah, great reaction there. That overhead is pretty quick, but not quick enough. It is definitely reactable, and this is going to lead to a nice little extension here on the side of Ranichu. Time to guess for your character's life here. Break is on deck. You may decide to pop it, but with the tentacles behind it, that could come into play.
There we go, trying to find a little bit of a hot, trying to mix up on JazzRap right now, not able to find it, just going for a lot of blocked attacks. Alawi, though, going to find one hit, able to get it. No confirm off of it, though, but hey, it's my time.
Yeah, double my time going to come in. It is going to be blocked, so just going to handshake tag in. Try to continue a little bit of pressure if at all possible. Tag in the Warwick, and break is going to come through as well. But right after the break, you're getting happy birthday, and the assist character is going to die first. Great awareness here from Ranichu to continue the route. And with all this meter on deck, it's going to lead to death. This is going to be our first 2x KO of the day. Fantastic way to take the first game of the set if you are Ranichu.
Really great start from Ranichu there. Really just steamrolling over JazzRap. JazzRap always goes crazy whenever I see them in bracket. So to see somebody like Ranichu just step up and already taking a game, I imagine they're feeling very strong here. Just going to be resetting a little bit, make sure we got the right fuses on our characters, as now we're going to be locking in again. Now going to the streets of Zaun.
Yeah, I haven't seen the stage as much, but we are going to be hopping in here. Home court advantage for Team JazzRap. And we'll see if they're able to turn things around with that. Looks like that's not the start you want. Oh, out of Section City. Yasuo is so privileged, man. He's swinging the opposite direction, but still able to continue. And we're going right into the Alawi S2 Super. Time to guess for your character, or you're going to have to break to stay alive. But so far, the defense is paying off big time. It's going to be a decent amount of chip, but no opening yet.
No opening, but there we go. JazzRap going to find a little bit on Alawi, but that was the assist. A little assist bait there means that Yasuo is staying alive and being able to just slash your way into knocking down Echo. Back a little bit into neutral as Ranichu trying to play a little bit more patient, but we're not watching out for those claws of the beast, meaning that Warwick is going to be able to get some savage slashes, open up with a 5M. Now going to get broken out, stuck in the corner.
Yeah, good stuff. Forcing out the break. When you're, especially in this health deficit, it really can help things out moving forward in this game. And the 2H from Yasuo hits on the other side. Break hits nothing, so was potentially going to be able to get a punish afterwards, but doesn't. And now we're kind of just playing things back out in neutral, nice and slow. looking to see Jazzrap's just trying to find a way in. This low health Warwick is getting tagged in. Very risky situation. I think looking for a way to get Echo back in here as we're just kind of backdashing a neutral and gets clipped for it. That's the risk you take by bringing in a low health character. A single stray hit does wrap it up. And now this is going to be another kill as well. So already on set point here for Ronnie Chu. Great start. And Jazzrap's been playing very well in these online tournaments. So Ronnie is looking fantastic here.
Yeah, Ronnie really trying to go for the upset against Jazzrap right now. So close, just needs one more round, and already starting strong on the Warwick. Going to get that tentacle, and of course set up perfectly for Yasuo for the tag launcher. Going to be getting Alawi back in there, but dropping on the combo. Unfortunate there, especially as Jazzrap is trying to wait out for you. But hey, you slash it on them. You got it.
Yeah, that forward S1 connected on an interrupt as well, so you got the counter hit situation, made things a little bit easier to handshake tag and confirm afterwards. We see the forward throw, and of course with that Yasuo privilege, you are just able to follow up without any additional resources. Great stuff there.
Great stuff, especially trying to go for that 2x assist from Alawi. Not going to be able to find it. Warwick going to be going to the other side of the stage. I don't know where that dog's going, but we're right here, especially as Ronichu is putting the pressure on you. Kind of a last chance situation. Yeah, get that Fury in there, but you're still getting shot by this Alawi right now, putting you in the corner, and might try to go for a super here just to lock you down. Boom, boom, boom. Yasuo now in turn.
Bringing Yasuo because 3 meter is on deck, and this is going to lead to death. Even with the Fury, it mitigated a bunch of damage, and you still see able to get about 65% or so. Fantastic stuff from Ronnie 2 to take this set 2-0 in dominant fashion, really.
Yeah, no, in really good fashion. Ronnie Chu going to be able to get that upset 2-0. Now going to be waiting on the loser side for top 8. Knocking Jazzrap out of the bracket. Definitely got to be feeling good about that, especially going into tomorrow. Yeah,
fantastic stuff. And being able to, again, just take command of things in that set, secure a spot against some strong players. I'm sure they're going to be playing someone that was one of those top 8 seeds that we saw on the winner side of things. So that'll be interesting to see how that bracket plays out. But, yeah, I mean, looking kind of free was Ronnie Chu. And, I mean, if you're knocking out a player like Jazzrap that dominantly, I mean, you just got to feel so strong moving forward, right? Like, that's a huge indicator that you are locked and loaded moving forward.
Yeah, and we hope you've been loving these matches as much as we have, chat, because we have been having such an amazing time. You know, I just getting out of prison, you know, now going to be able to, you know, rock it in this game. You know, stuff happened in New York, but, you know, I'm fine here now. But, hey, I lost muscle. I'm glad you guys noticed. I've been cutting down, losing a little muscle. But now we're watching matches.
Did the joke go over my head? Is there a reference I don't know about?
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I've gotten it everywhere. Family, friends, people I've been with have referred to me as Luigi.
Oh, understood. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is there lore I don't know about? That's wild. Okay.
Yeah, well, no, I'm kind of curious if I'm related to him because we did grow up in the same area.
Huh.
And I do have some long-lost family, too, so I don't know.
Interesting. So could be the third Mario brother for sure. That's who we're talking about. Either way, we do have another New York native to kill Sage going up against Squall in our next matchup. We saw Sage play a bit earlier. We have not seen Squall yet on stream, so this will be interesting to see how it plays out. We got more Teemo action for everybody. I'm sure everyone in the chat is stoked for this one.
Yeah. Really saw Squall playing very well as he beat me up in the loser side. Playing Warwick Jinx, actually. And rocking very well with it, too. Of course, trying to rock it with some of the neutrals that Warwick can do, but mainly trying to make sure you're in a block stun situation with a lot of projectiles that Jinx can set up, especially some of her post-mortem assists.
100%. Very cool to see the lore duo coming through here. And we'll see what Squall's able to do against such a seasoned player as Sage. Sage being, I would argue, one of the best Skullgirls players of all time, right? I think that's fair to say. And I think has had mixed feelings on this game. I remember seeing kind of early on when the game first came out, it was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me, but ended up going to DIY and was like, okay, wait, when you play in person, this game's an actual blast, having all the homies around. So great to see them making out the trek to Atlanta here, and we'll see if this is a button check, if they're going right into things. I believe they're going right into it, so this should be a live action here, and Squall is going to get the first opening of the set here, and this is one of those times that side switch BNB does pay off huge for Warwick. Was already back to the corner, so could continue some strong positioning afterwards. And this should get interrupted with the super.
Banner just going to have to take a lot of those shots, especially from Alawi. Not going to be here, but Ari going to be going in just a second as Teemo trying to set up with the mushrooms, getting the slump, but not able to follow up. At least we're going to get a throw on Wake Up to continue this pressure. There we go. Cannonball. Get some projectiles in there. Get the monkey copter in there. Get some bones in there. No.
Yeah, the Teemo Jinx matchup is actually very interesting. Once you set up full screen and neutral, I actually think Jinx might have a slight advantage in that projectile game. With Teemo, you really are just kind of hoping you can thread the needle with some slingshots, so makes sense to get this Ahri in here very quickly, lead into that medium knockdown situation, and get up attack is going to pay off. We'll see how those options pan out moving forward and see if we're rotating as we deal with those Ahri Oki situations, rather.
There we go. Teemo going to be able to finish the job with some Sonic rolls there, as now Warwick's going to be coming out a big life deficit between the Kill Sage and Squall. But Squall might be able to clutch it out, especially if we're not watching out for the Claws of the Beast that keeps catching people lacking, as now the S1 Fireball trying to go through with the darts, but not going to be able to reach.
Yeah, I like Squall's approach here. Not going too crazy trying to commit to all this pressure with such a big disadvantage right now in terms of health. Just trying to buy your time, generate a little bit of extra break meter so you're in a stronger position for the next round could be huge. But still able to get this conversion and dump the ult in it. You might as well get that confirmed damage, get into Bloodlust and see what you can do. And there should be a couple of super assists. Yeah, 3 full meter on the backside of things. So we could see the Jinx super assist coming through as Squall does win the next interaction as well. And actually a decent spot all of a sudden. We'll see if Fury comes online before the end of the round.
Oh, there we go. That post-mortem assist coming through with all of them rockets. Not able to find the opening. Got to find a perfect way to get in, maybe with that Berserker Slash if you're lacking. Trying to go in for the air. The fire not going to be able to confirm. And the Berserker Slash coming out, and we were on the right side and base out the Fury. Good Lord!
Should be death as well. It is going to be fantastic awareness. And what could have been a really rough situation, he actually got a hit on one of the 2 characters in that previous interaction, but it was the assist character, so he went to do the follow-up thinking he got the opening, but didn't, and was still able to clutch it out afterwards. Fantastic stuff here for Squall.
There we go. Going to be rocking in with that S1 super. Going to be going straight into the S2 off the double down. Not going to charge it up for some juggles, as now Teemo's going to be able to lock in that limit strike. Trying to get a mushroom on the wake up. Not successful, as Jinx is just going to try to fire out a little bit for the 2x assist.
Yeah, Sage slowing things down a bit in neutral here after a pretty rough start to the round. Just trying to feel things out here, using the assists of best of their ability, and does get the 2H on the overhead. We finally are seeing some reactions here, and that's going to be a huge value for Sage. Just going to dump the super, take the guaranteed damage, and off to a fantastic start in the second round.
There we go. The Fireball going to be successful coming out from Ahri, especially in that series. Going to be able to get the slump in the wall. Now trying to set up with the mushrooms. Going to be able to get the Sonic Roll off too. And those S2 super mushrooms, so devastating, especially since you get a little poison on them, but not going to be getting Jinx down anytime soon.
Yeah, the badge has been acquired here for Sage, so moving forward, assuming able to take this round with such a huge health advantage, next round you're going to have to deal with all these Shroom Poison Clouds, and that block pressure in the corner can become really difficult to deal with. Because even if you're blocking and dealing with everything, it's not even chip. You're just getting that DOT over time and losing your health. So we'll see what's going to happen here in this final round of Game 1.
Final round situation. The Kill Sage up 1, Squall up 1, and already Squall trying to back up, wait for the perfect moment to go in. But that throw from the Kill Sage is going to be rough. But we got our launchers.
Yeah, got the 2H, but no conversion afterwards. One of the cleanest openings you can ask for, and no conversion, but gets the conversion afterwards with the Jinx assist. It's such a strong tool, having that rocket behind you.
There we go, trying to block, still getting poison off the mushrooms, but able to find the opening off the Jinx assist, forcing out the break from the Kill Sage as they're trying to go in with a super tag situation. Not really able to catch Squall, maybe trying to punish, not able to punish that launcher there.
Yeah, just had to end up playing that safe as the Warwick was in the air during that super tag, so high-low mix off the table, and Sage just playing it nice and slow, seeing what they can do here. And gets the opening here as well, just crossing up onto the other side and able to get this nice conversion. It's just a classic Ahri. Anywhere you hit on screen, you can just end up in the corner and get this medium Oki situation, which I'm sure we are about to see after the limit strike. What is the option? Just backing off here. Great choice from Squall to just sit there and hold that pressure.
Sit and hold that pressure right now, especially since we got the slump on Squall. Going to be able to get more damage and just finish it off with the Fireball. Actually, no, just going for the double down, really making sure that Squall's taken out. Might be to their detriment as we're able to save Jinx's life, getting Warwick in there to take more of the pressure coming out from the Kill Sage. Might have been a rough situation on that double down, but at least we're able to get the jump in on Warwick.
Yeah, all those overheads coming through with the Ahri. Does get the opening. No full conversion afterwards. We'll see what Sage opts to do here. Goes for the handshake, or the double down rather, to get the Mega Mushroom in. And now this is what you want. Oh, the call out with the level 3. He's poisoned during the animation? That's crazy.
Oh, good lord, that's not what you want. The Kill Sage taking so much damage, and we're still going. Man. Teemo is gone, and the Bloodlust is out. The Wolf is loose and trying to satiate their lust on you, trying to get some blood off your hands, but Ari trying to play so safe, able to rush in off the assist with just a light to take the Wolf down.
Yeah, that's huge, because with that Bloodlust on deck after the ult, you definitely want to deal with that Warwick as soon as you can. And now both players are going to be very close to Fury. Gets the air throw. Fury's popped. I'm not sure if that was needed or not. I don't think a conversion could have come through at that height. But either way, able to confirm in the next opening is Sage here to take us to Game 2 up 1-0.
Such a close game there, but in the end, the Kill Sage going to be able to clutch it out. As now, going into the second game, I imagine Squall's going to be watching out a little bit more for some of these assists, especially coming out from Teemo. But again, that Pebble just calls you out so well.
Yeah, it's so good. It just lets your other character play fully behind them. And actually, I mean, it's impressive to see. It's not the most complicated input, but seeing so many solo players do the charge slingshot with the handshake tag, definitely think that's going to be something that's handled very strongly with duo players moving forward. I'm curious to see more duo teams rock Teemo and take advantage of that, but just such a strong tool.
Especially being able to catch the Jinx, and of course Ari can carry you for days, especially if we charge up this S1 super. Yes, we do. Fireball going to be going back and forth in there, charging up with that neutral S2, doing it again for you to get back, set up a mine, get up attack, and get canceled by the mine as Jinx going to be taken out here and now.
You can't do that. Ari throws down that projectile Loki. You just got to sit there and hold it. And you see there, it doesn't pay off at all to use that get up attack. And Squall basically every single round in the last game was down to a rough deficit and brought things back, whether it was win or lose. So this is a spot they are comfortable in, as we've seen, but this might be a bit too insurmountable for this round.
Especially with the mushrooms coming after that fireball. Just needs one more good hit, but that light was just enough for Squall to get in there and get that Pharaoh bite. And knowing the Kill Sage, we definitely do not want to break in this situation, especially with this big life deficit we still have, even after that B2B coming out from Warwick. But that launcher coming out, we were able to finally behind because you're trying to get Ari. Teemo's right behind you.
Yeah, exactly. You got to watch your back there. And tough spot for Squall, and going to be down in break advantage as well. So we'll see if Sage is able to kind of continue on here. Not a ton of badge progress here. Slingshot is the one with the most. We'll see what they're able to do. Super tag is going to come through, and Jinx wasn't able to jump, so there could be some mix here. And great blocks, and the 2H on the other side. Great timing, making sure to delay it just long enough that it does side switch and properly autocorrect. So awesome stuff out of Squall. That defense pays off big time.
Yeah, especially some of those lockdowns that they were able to get from Jinx and the Monkey Copter. Not enough, fast enough for the Claws of the Beast. S1 Super going to cancel you out as Teemo is going to be able to rush in here, cancel their combo out, but at least, again, we got mushrooms. Even if they get ankle swept, we're able to get that Fire Super on that Pebble. There we go, badges.
Yeah, it's nice seeing Teemo use that 2H against Warwick. It's a really strong tool if characters are coming more vertical rather than horizontal in the air. Has a very good vertical hitbox, a little deceiving. Doesn't reach super far forward, but against Warwick, it can be very valuable. As we see Squall kind of turning things around here. Off to a great start in this round. Could potentially bring us to a final round if they're able to keep it up. And there is the connection with the forward S1 in the air. No follow-up afterwards. And the 2H again we see from Teemo. Great timing from Sage here. I mean, you really got to take it so slow here with such what the instant overhead does lead to a full connection afterwards. Get mixed.
Oh my goodness, and even if you're trying to wake up roll in the corner, the mushroom's going to catch you after the throw. We're just trying to throw out our ultimate here to see if we're going to be able to at least get some chip on that Teemo. Going to be coming through, able to actually hit Teemo as we're going to be going to a final round.
I'm curious what the option was there. I think at that spacing, really all you could do is go for the parries into a throw during the gap. But didn't end up seeing that come through, and now we are in a final round situation. Squall has to be feeling pretty solid here. Does get thrown, but not going to get anything after that. It's one of Ari's few flaws.
Ooh, trying to go for a charge primal lead, getting canceled by the mushroom. There we go. That command grab also getting canceled by the mushrooms. Really good there, and finally being able to find the opening onto Squall that the Kill Sage needed. Just finding those hits, not finding those confirms, and now Ari trying to rush in with that Spirit Rush. Going to get the super tag situation, able to air throw too and keep you in block. Ooh! Yeah,
that's really smart. Getting the air throw before that and forcing them to go onto the ground so you can't avoid that high-low mix. Really smart stuff from Sage. And now Squall is in an uphill battle here. It's going to be just up to the Jinx with some super assist behind her. And now we got Poison Mushrooms on deck. It's going to be so much damage. Has to pop Fury to stay alive. It's Squall. We'll see what they're able to do. Only 1 meter as well, so the damage is going to be limited if they do get an opening.
Ooh, and there we go. Even if you're poisoned, still being able to block so much. Ari not going to be able to help you out there. The postmortem assist just going to get mushroomed out as Fury is actually almost done in a way for Squall, as Ari is going to be coming in here, trying to find their opening, trying to go high, low, in the air, what have you. And the low is actually what gets them the combo. Not going to be able to continue. Drops it right before that S1 super.
Yeah, but catches with the low again. Noticing the pattern here from Squall is just holding on the high block. And that is going to be it. Sage taking the set 2-0. And was probably going to be one of the closest 2-0 sets we're going to see all weekend, because that was really back and forth. Shout out to Squall for making a super deep run here, 1 round away from getting into top 8. But Sage is going to be on top 8, loser side, playing tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Yeah, really good coming out from the kill Sage. Good to be able to lock in for the top 8, as we got 6 players up there so far already locked in. Of course, we're going to continue that up. We got to see Chris G again. They did lose out before, but now going to be back up here to try to fight against 2Easy, which is another Mortal Kombat player that's transitioning over to 2XKO.
Exactly right. We have so much representation across all these different fighting games. And hey, chat, are you guys a fan of Teemo? I'm just curious.
You've seen it too, huh?
Because we are going to be running against a more Teemo v Teemo action. I'm sure you guys are all stoked. It's really a hater-to-lover character. Shout out to Riot for designing him perfectly, because, I mean, that's really the feeling that he should inspire, right? If you guys have played League of Legends at all and played up against Teemo, if you're a Teemo player, you're having a blast, great old time. If you're running up against Teemo, maybe not so much. It's really a divisive character. So the fact that that feeling carries over to this game is just so fantastic. They did a great job.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job, honestly, with all the characters. I'm going to say, personally, I'm in the camp of the gif of Teemo just getting absolutely stomped in. I'm sorry, I know you absolutely love Teemo, but I play Vi Warwick. I have a rough time against Teemo.
Yeah, it's understandable, totally understandable. I mean, I think just he's done so well, so much personality, some of the best voice lines in the game, and his kit is just so complete. So I'm sure we're going to see him kneecapped a little bit in these upcoming patches. I'm sure the top 4 all have some stuff coming for them. Shout out Yohozi. If you guys actually don't follow Yohozi, one of the devs for 2XKO did tweet the other day saying, hey, we heard you guys. We know it's being overly represented at the top level. We're working on stuff, and we'll be back soon with like our fixes that we have planned in mind. So great to see that communication. It's all fantastic from them, and we're going to be seeing some more Teemo action coming forward. And I'm not sure who else 2Easy has on the team. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Yasuo. So going to have some strong super tag potential from both players here. I think Yasuo and Echo are probably the strongest characters to take advantage of that, just because their solo mix potential is so strong. But we'll see here. It's going to be, I mean, an absolute legend in Chris G and a strong player in 2Easy for sure. Definitely no slouch, but I think just if we're talking pure resume, Chris G should be the favorite here.
Yeah, already just going to be waiting out, making sure that our buttons are checked. Some cross-ups happening here as we're just trying to make sure our buttons are all good to go.
Let's see, this should be a fun one for sure. Both players were at first attack in Puerto Rico. And again, we had Chris G in grand finals taking 2nd place. And I believe 2Easy, I'm not sure if they made, I think they were in top 8. I want to say they got 5th or so, something around that range. So definitely no slouch, and has been on an absolute grind. Entered in multiple games this weekend, has just been cooking all across the spectrum, and we'll see if they're able to do so here against Chris.
Just going to be making sure we're going back into the same fuses. Of course, we've been running a lot of Teemo meters today. It's going to be interesting to see after the end of the top 8 how many top 8s are listed in there with at least one Teemo on their team.
100%, yeah. It's going to be just up to them. It will be very interesting to see, but it's going to be even more interesting to see how this one plays out. Looks like we're hopping in here. Button check is complete. We're heading back to Scudler Strand. That's definitely the main venue of today. And definitely a great stage. We used to have one of my favorite themes. I'm not going to lie. I think once they tweaked it and early access came out, I think the theme is kind of down a little bit of a notch for me. Still a great one, and obviously we got the awesome Scuttle Crabs in the background. Very nice stage, and a great place for us to head into this match.
Really good place to start us off, especially as we're trying to set up mushrooms in corner for 2Easy. Still getting hit out, though, as Ari's going to be able to find their way in, find you in the air, and, of course, set up that S1 charge super and get a little bit more of a juggle on you.
Yeah, going to break so they don't have to deal with that super strong OK situation that Ari loves to set up for. And now with the super tag, it's going to be up to the Yasuo trying to find an opening, not able to do so. And now Teemo's just going to be able to set up shrooms behind while Ari gets beat up in the front. We'll see what they're able to do. Great spacing here with the shrooms, so able to bounce those slingshots and just cover lots of space with it. And goes for multiple overheads, tries to bait out a potential low block, but fantastic defense from 2Easy.
we go, especially trying to get them Pembles out there. Too easy. Still have to play this defense game. Trying to go for the super tag. Just going to get stomped out for a little bit of a happy birthday for a second. Teemo able to escape, but Yasuo still has to deal with this Teemo pressure coming out, especially from the Mushroom Super. Going to be able to continue.
Exactly right. It's just so much damage on the table, and you see the launch continues to pick up that other shroom as well. 32 hits, and there was still more on deck if needed. So much damage coming out here. And now we're at peak 2x KO neutral, guys. Planting shrooms, shooting slingshots, throwing assists behind them, and is able to actually get a pickup here is Chris G. So great start here for this set. Going to have full break on deck after taking this round, assuming we don't drop here. And yeah, we're not dropping this.
There we go. Going to be able to get that Fireball Super out there. Just finish the job. Chris G already being able to take a round. Now just going to be going to Ari off the bat with the super, trying to super tag here with Teemo, but just being able to get you in there safe.
Yeah, exactly right. And we see after the parachute lands on the other side, is able to connect with the low, so forcing the breakout already. Still no break spent for Chris G. Has a lot of potential to hold on to it here. We'll see if they choose to spend it. This could be a lot of damage here.
Ooh, nice. There we go. Going to try to find that stance 2H. Not going to find it because Chris G is going to find the opening on you. Continue this juggle all the way to the wall and get you back up with some of the fireballs in that tag launcher. There we go. Teemo going to be back in there. Set up the mushrooms, trying to play it safe. You get caught by the mushrooms, so of course you're going to get hit.
Yeah, that setup is actually so valuable, taking advantage of the instant overhead, because you don't even need to fully confirm afterwards with that jumping medium. You place the shroom and that just pops afterwards auto time. So great advantage there from Chris G, and playing really strong Oki game.
And now both of them just using the mushrooms, using the pebbles, just playing very patiently right now with their bushes, maybe trying to go for burning. Able to get one off of the pebble could be really bad for Too Easy, especially as Ari's going to be able to continue this.
Yeah, really nice for Chris G that works out, because he actually did get a couple hits of that burning bush in the middle of that route, but still able to confirm afterwards. And now it's a very tough spot for Too Easy. Very limited resources on deck. Still no assist available, so no push block on the table. It does actually get a chance here with that 2H. A nice little drop there from Chris G. But I mean, even with the Fury, this is like an insane ask to try to bring that back. Yeah, game one going Chris's way. Now one game away here from taking this set.
There we go. Going to be one up for Chris G. Definitely got to be feeling good about that. Just needs one more to make it towards that top 8 on the loser side and take Too Easy out of the bracket, as we're going to be going right into the next round. And already Teemo's just going to be at the wall.
Yep, just backing right up, setting up shop, try to build some badge progress if at all possible. And now with both Teemos off the screen, there's no super tag for a little bit. Great block on the dash through here. Chris's defense is so strong, as we are very well aware across all their career. And showing off here as well. Super tag time one more time.
Ooh, the pizza cutter able to get a little bit on Ari, but still getting called out by that super. It means perfect setup for Ari to get their own super in there to continue the juggle off the charged fireball. Going to get the limit strike and, of course, set up a mine right after the fact. Finds on the low for a little happy birthday, too.
Yeah, great stuff there. Going to force the breakout as well. And we're still so far into the set, and Chris has not had to spend break one time. This could be the time here, actually. Finally does get opened up with that slice through. We'll see what they opt to do here. Yeah, it is break time, so going to swap out here. Use Ari assist and happy birthday with it. Teemo can pick up afterwards. This is so much value. Assist character dies. It's just going to be up to the Yasuo afterwards.
Ooh, and able to find the tag launcher too. We got Ari in there now for the limit strike, trying to make sure you guess correctly, and you do. Still being able to block, at least not taking any damage. Still, though, that super fireball going to be coming in, finding you on the back for a shot, but not going to be able to finish you off. Teemo now trying to come in and finish the job.
Yeah, Too Easy using that push block there, trying to get out of pressure, but opts for it at the wrong time and really doesn't get any breathing room afterwards. So got to find the proper timing to use it if you're going to get out of that situation. Not able to here, and that doesn't connect, right? Yeah, okay. It did hit the slingshot, but the start super is not going to connect. It's going to be a little bit of chip.
So this is going to be another super tag situation, and the cross-up means another happy birthday coming out this time around. Unfortunate that at least we were able to charge up for a break, but just charging for the wind wall. Just Chris G does not care. They're going to rush in on you. They're going to set up their Ari combos, and they're going to try to go towards KO.
Yeah, Too Easy. You got to watch your dome. Going to get clipped by that classic Ari overhead, and now Chris G, 1 round, 1 health bar away from securing a spot at top 8. What does Too Easy have to say about it? Does go for Pizza Cutter on the other side, not going to open up, and gets connected by the Ari S2 afterwards. This could lead to death.
There we go. Going to continue this loop. Going to be butt slamming you. Going to be able to launch you back up with the shovel, but still having to watch out now that the combo is dropped, especially as Chris G's trying to go for those pebbles yet again. Trying to go for that super tag situation. There we go. Ari going to be able to get in. Yeah, that's going to do it. Chris G with the 2-0.
Yeah, Chris G looking really clean there. Shout out to Too Easy making a really deep run. But, I mean, once you get to this point of the bracket, there's just so many strong players, and you really have to be on the top of your game if you're going to make your way through them. I mean, the skill ceiling in this game is so high. They did a really great job designing this game to have the skill floor low enough that people can kind of hop in and have a good time, take advantage of the simple input scheme, right, and be able to do cool supers and specials. You're just getting into the game. But, man, at the high level, there's just so much you can optimize. And if you have that all locked and loaded, I mean, you can see it on display there. The defense is there. The conversions are there. The resets are there. The mix is there. And it all adds up to be just an unmovable object, really. And Chris G really demonstrating that expertise here heading into tomorrow. Going to be playing 11 a.m. again tomorrow. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Make sure you tune into that. But we do have one more set.
Yeah, we still got one more set ahead of us, of course, with Nitro versus Just Capital B. Still excited to see Chris G tomorrow, especially because I saw a lot of how they like to play Morrigan in that Ari, especially with how they like to jump in. You know, we don't got drill kicks in this game, but we still got good jump-ins on Ari. And I loved watching chat just, like, paying attention to it a little bit because so many people were putting in the Teemo copy-paste. And then there were some people like, yeah, kill the rat! Absolutely hilarious, guys.
You guys need to be nice. He's just a little guy, all right? He doesn't need to die. He's doing his best. He's a junior Bandle Scout. Put some respect on his name. He worked hard to earn that title, all right? There's a lot of years of education, training, handing out loser badges left and right. You know what I mean? So
if I ever get a loser badge from a Teemo, I'm throwing it right back in his face.
Someone had the great idea to Riot should sell merch to just actually make a loser badge for people to buy so they can hand them out at tournament. I think that's a fantastic idea. If Ryan doesn't do that, someone's going to do it in the community. So I'm sure we'll see that at some point. But Teemo's just been cooking nonstop, and he's still going to be present in our last set of the day. I think like 80% of our matches, Teemo's been in. So I can't ask for anything more. As much as I'd like to see Blitz represented, we had some of that yesterday. So at least we're not just getting Echo, Yasuo every single matchup, right? Teemo's a nice little mix-up. So we'll be seeing Nitro trying to continue on that quest after an insane set we saw earlier against Leffen to try to get it on the winner's side. Now going to be up against Just Capital B. So it's an interesting tag, too. Do we just call him B, or do we go by just capital B? Like the whole, because to me it sounds like just the letter capital B is that. I'm going with B. They can tell me later.
I mean, we can just do B. You know, we can just call them B. It's pretty simple. You know, it's pretty fluid in there. Yeah, no, we can just call them B, especially as, you know, we're just button pressing right now, making sure we're all set, ready to go. And, yeah, locking in Teemo, Yasuo on the side of Nitro. And just capital B doing Teemo. How many Teemos do we got to see? It's going to be an all-top 8 Teemo.
This is fantastic. I think literally that's on the has there? No, Hikari is going to be the one to not have Teemo. So
let's
people
pull
will have
a
someone to root
quest.
for. Yeah, true, right?
$50 to the highest placing non-Teemo.
Seriously, that's going to be the theme next time. But looks like we're going into. It's so hard to tell on Teemo v Teemo. I think this is a button check, but this could just be optimal Teemo neutral. I think they're just playing. This looks like they're playing.
Man, that was playing. That is brutal if it was playing, especially because now we got an S1 super tight situation coming out from Nitro. Already taking so much damage off of this Echo and just getting a limit strike off of that stance H rush in for the wake-up throw.
Yeah, that was 4 back shots on that, and that's going to be a ton of damage coming out from Yasuo, the back shot master, leading into a strong opening here in this matchup. We'll see what they're able to do here. Going to get a nice little follow-up afterwards with the super, another Shroom pop, Mega Shroom as well. Just so much badge progress coming through on top of all this damage. We're looking at nearly a TOD. Granted, it's Teemo. It was very squishy, but that's an insane route here from Nitro, taking out this first round.
Yeah, really good starting us off there from Nitro. Capital B got to figure out an answer if they want to go further in the bracket. Actually just jumping over that super, but still gets hit for a happy birthday situation. We drop the Echo, but Teemo going to have to take a lot of this damage, even just that 2L off the back.
Yeah, seriously, nice conversion. Crosses over to the underside and connects with the 2M. Is going to be just Capital B. And not able to get a full conversion afterwards, but by forcing out the break, could be in a strong position here to bring back this round.
There we go. Push block really good, especially at the end of that B&B from Yasuo. Going to be able to get some damage on Teemo, too.
Oh, the parry whiffs. Barely not enough active frames on that. This game, the parry is pretty active. 10 active frames and still not enough there to connect on the Mega Time Winder. And that is going to lead to death here for Yasuo. So Nitro is just going to be up to the Teemo with half a health bar to try to take this round. I mean, at this point, you probably just want to build up your badge progress as much as possible. Maybe chip away at a character if you're able to, but it looks like that's not going to be on the table here.
Yeah, not at all, especially with that Time Winder situation coming out, not even needing to go to the situation. Just the super going to be coming out to tie up the rounds between B and Nitro. Going into this third one, already trying to set up, learning from Leffen on this neutral.
Yeah, exactly right. Leffen showing a strong display, as we saw earlier. Nitro adapting that into their own gameplay route. I mean, that's a nice thing. When you're in the mirror match, you can pick up some new tech for sure, or just be reminded of some things you already may be aware of. And the whiff throw does come through here, so this is a big opening for Nitro. Could lead to a lot of damage with no break on deck.
No break.
Oh, a whiff as well. Rare.
Unfortunate they're coming out from Nitro, but still feeling pretty well into the air throw, though, meaning Teemo just going to be going crazy, especially with this S1 super. Not even needing the super tech situation, can't even do it because we already used our Echo Assist. But now Yasuo got to find a way in, just getting hit in the head with a pebble. Not what you want.
Yeah, not at all. All it takes is 5 of those slingshots to connect to get that badge. You see it come through here, so could be a decent spot for B, but immediately going to get opened right back up by the Yasuo. Does have 3 meters on deck. This could be a ton of damage.
There we go. Going to be going in, finding on that S1 super, and of course, double down just means we're going to be going into that S2 super off the super tech situation. Break, though, going to be coming out the pebbles, too, and the mushroom actually going to find a stray for the poison.
Yeah, kind of forced to break there because that was going to be a dead character on decks, and this is the final round here. And we're going to see the break forced out as well from Nitro, trying to continue their advantage if at all possible, but does get clipped by the 2H. Can't fall absent-mindedly with that pizza cutter move. It is very strong, but if it's predictable, you can just get clean anti-air by it.
There we go, though. Going to be able to get a good amount of damage off that S1 super. Push block happening, though, which means Nitro going to be able to do that super tech situation into the stance H, take that team out, leaving just Echo to try to fight a 2v1. A 2v1, though, that they can win, but still getting hit by that sword is not what you want.
Yeah, that's going to be death here as well. No drops from Nitro on this route. Keeping it nice and simple. Taking the first game, now going to be a single game away from taking the last set of this top 16 bracket and the last spot in the top 8 loser side of things. So we'll see what they're able to do, or if B is able to adapt here. Was, like, I'd say a clean win from Nitro, but not so much that there's no hope for B. I think there's potential here if they're locked in. And double my time is a great way to start off.
Yeah, really good way to start off the bat, especially still being able to juggle in the corner, maybe trying to go for something after the hit the brakes, especially as we drop the combo, but hey, we're putting you right back in the corner. You're not escaping jail, buddy.
Yeah, and the clone was there as well, so able to confirm and block the burst. This is a fantastic start for B, getting a ton of damage here through the Yasuo as well, and because of that burst, that means no gray health, able to regen for the Teemo in the back for Nitro, so the advantage state just gets better and better here. Went for the air throw, ends up whiffing, and going to have to spend their own break. It's heck on the air throw as well. The awareness from Nitro is huge.
Oh, there we go. Finally starting their pressure against Capital B. Going to be whiffing on that. Unfortunate there, especially as we're just rushing straight into your wind wall. Yasuo going to be taken out after that S1 super pulling through, leaving just a low health Teemo in here just to get thrown.
Yeah, interesting choice there. I don't know if they were just kind of running up to kind of saying, you know what, we'll throw in the towel on this round before you get any badge progress on your own. I'd rather just kind of reset, or if they were going for another option. But either way, you see double my time coming through again. Doesn't connect initially, but the follow-up afterwards does. Maybe trying to catch Teemo out on that jump potentially. And now it's just going to be a full combo route here. Goes for limit strike, so it's going to be burrito time. What's your order, chat? Is it getting hit in the back? Because we saw that connect here and no follow-up afterwards. Tough spot for B.
Now trying to find an opening yet again. Now going to get hit out if you're Capital B, as Echo is just going to get juggled a little bit by Nitro. There we go. Get the tag launcher in here. Get Yasuo in here. Finish off the B&B on the latter half. Going to be able to cross you up there. Not looking for the hops. This ain't SNK, but we still got them hops, especially as we're going straight down and out. Mushroom going to be able to set up perfectly for the super tag.
Yeah, this route is so strong. You get so much damage on deck, so much shroom progress. And, man, Nitro looking really strong here in the second round. Teemo is a bit on low health. Try to see if can potentially find a way to get Yasuo in here. They're going to need some meter before super tag is available. It now is an option. We'll see what they go for.
Getting really close towards that mushroom badge if we do want to use
There
it. But
is,
now, yeah, Capital B having to take a lot of this damage, but it was just a little too far.
Same brain cell from the Yordles. Let's go. Double pizza cutter after the parachute. And now Super Tag is going to connect onto the Echo and going to be able to use the Yasuo to pick up afterwards as well. Nitro evening this up here, bringing us to a final round of Game 2.
And now in a set point versus survival point situation, Nitro wins, they win the set, but if Capital B wins, they're going to be able to bring it to a third game just from this round, as we're already trying to get set up with a super time winder, but it was all on block.
Yeah, what's the mix here? Goes for a couple of the stance hops, but no opening. Gonna be able to connect afterwards with the raw button in neutral. And now it's a happy birthday as well with no potential break, but ends up dropping on the point character. That's brutal for Nitro. And gonna have to break on their own side of things here. C can be swinging things back around in neutral.
Oh, nice pizza cutter to get out of Nitro's pressure, getting the double my time to get in there and continue the pressure for Capital B. Swing you up with the tag launcher, get Teemo back in there for the butt slam, try to set up the mushrooms with the get up attack. Going to stop you in your tracks as the mushrooms with the poison from the badge going to be coming through for Nitro.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's see what the potential is here. I mean, both just beating up the other assist characters. Mega Shroom on deck. A little bit of bouncing on the Shroom action potentially here, but Super Tag is going to come through. Empty jump low into the double, triple overhead afterwards. Does connect. Great opening here for Nitro. Looking to clean out this health bar for Teemo and bring it into a 2v1 situation.
Just going to beat Teemo left alive for Capital B to try to make their way towards loser side of top 8. Immediately, though, getting stinged by Virgil as you're just going to have to take that S1 super. Trying to play patient right now, but just a little bit too much recovery, which means that Capital B is going to be making their way in there. And if we keep this up, that's Yasuo gone.
Yeah, all of a sudden this becomes very, very doable. Fury meter is about to come through. There is one super meter available for Echo and 2 potential super assists from Teemo. If B opts to do it, tries to 2H on the other side. Good awareness and reaction time with that Fury. Does get clipped a bit, and the 2M is going to come through. Nitro, they didn't cut to the camera before you guys saw that. He hit him with the no-look fist bump afterwards. That was pretty sick. Homie's aura farming on his way to top 8. Pretty sick.
Absolutely crazy, but still, Nitro going to be able to clutch it up. Now going to be moving on towards the top 8 again at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So going to be having time to rest at least in 2x KO before they make their way back up there. Of course, they still got Strive going on.
Exactly right, and that is going to be our last match of today on top 16 side of things. Like you mentioned, top 8 tomorrow, 11 a.m. after this stream. Or it's going to be on the same channel, but we have Tekken coming up afterwards. Or no, rather, I'm sorry, it's going to be top 8 of Strive. So we do have Strive coming through. Maybe, I would imagine we see Nitro. I imagine they haven't entered both. I haven't taken a look at that bracket, so that could be really tight. But, I mean, great stuff from DreamHack to put on a fantastic tournament. It's been a pleasure to be able to commentate both these blocks with you. Yeah. And, man, just great matches top to bottom. Hope you guys tune in tomorrow for some sick 2x KO action. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely amazing time. But, of course, before we go, we had a lot of viewers. So if you are new to both of us, make sure that you know where to catch us if you want to continue to hear our voices. You can find me over at Ninstar123, as you see in that yellow text below, both on Twitter and Twitch. And YouTube, it's just going to be different numbers, 236, like you're doing a forward circle input. Got a lot of my commentary stuff on there, Warwick/Violence and TNS, FlyQuest, stuff like that. But also got some YouTube content coming up soon if you want to pay attention to that.
Yeah, for sure. And you can find me at the Nitten on most socials or just regular Nitten on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to come through, I'm purely focused on 2XKO right now, but we got some other games coming up around the corner. We were chatting before. Here. Invincible Versus is coming up soon, so I will definitely be checking that game out a lot, making a lot of content around that front as well, checking out some new leverlesses. If you guys are invested in that, I'm going to have some reviews coming that way as well. So if you want to throw some love our way, go for it. And make sure also to throw some love to Max Mode FGC. At MaxMode_FGC, the Twitch channel you are watching right now, make sure you guys follow. If you want to subscribe with a Twitch Prime or something, that would be huge for them as well. Would really appreciate it. But either way, it's been a pleasure. Great matches, top to bottom, and we hope to catch you guys soon. And, yeah, enjoy matches tomorrow with Top 8.
Yeah, take it easy.
What's up?
Hey!
DreamHack Atlanta 2025, Strive Top 8. We're here.
Dude, we made it.
It's a beautiful day in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's been a long road.
It's been a really long day.
It's been a long day as well.
I'm Grugcell.
XYZ over here.
We have a fantastic bracket for you guys. We have a good mix of we are in Atlanta, Georgia, so we have a really good mix of, Atlanta locals and out-of-town invaders.
Yep.
We have, if you're not looking at Start GG at home, we have Nitro NY, Skullduggers, Neko Overlord, Red I Am Not, King Africa, Danny Elmaza, Kellen, and Crescendo.
And like you said, a good mix between like non-Georgia and Georgia. Every single one of those beginning sets, except for the last one, has that exact setup that you described, where it is Invader versus Defender. And the only other one is just Defenders playing against themselves. You know what I mean?
So ATL people are defending the nest. First set on the day, we're getting right into it. Fist bump, we're just starting. We have Nitro versus Skullduggers, Leia Whitefang versus Faust.
They're wasting absolutely no time.
They told us before we got on the mic, they were like, we're going to get this done as fast as possible.
The players set their buttons, they pick their characters, they were like, listen, we hear you guys are trying to set up the storyline, but forget all that. We're
Forget
playing
about
the
that.
game.
All right,
it's a button check. I lied.
Oh, my dang. What are we
They turned me
doing?
into a liar.
I thought we were getting right into it. I was like, oh, my God. Doug's and Nitro just wants to get out of this. They want to leave this building as fast as possible and go home. Eat something or something.
Let's finish this now.
All right,
now we're actually getting into it.
I think we're actually getting into it.
Button check number 2, the rare and unusual.
Are we doing another button check?
So I wasn't satisfied with the first one.
No. Wait. I got to redo all my buttons. We're going to let this intro rock. No, we're not. They're making me look like a fool.
They're doing mix-ups already on us. Like, save that shit for each other. Here we go. A little bit of staggered K pressure, a little bit of punch buttons.
Yeah.
Skullduggers throwing up 100 tons.
In this matchup as Faust, you kind of just have to do what you can. Because a lot of the stuff Faust wants to do, it's either unsafe or punishable, like on hit. So Leia Whitefang kind of just gets to DP. That was a really nice backdash from Skullduggers to get out of that pressure situation. Picks up that trumpet, taking Nitro all the way over to the corner.
Nitro just trying to find a way to get in and manages to find it. The fast RC to continue the combo all the way over to the corner. Not quite going to be able to finish it out, though.
Yeah, drops that moonwalk sequence a little bit.
Oh! Flash kick. Get out of my way, man.
He's going to call out the Scarecrow snip.
Float RC right back into another overhead. Unfortunately, Faust's very tall character, so he's going to get caught by that. We move on to round number 2 here.
Very wise of Doug's to keep his burst between these 2 rounds. Doesn't get punished for doing mix on block.
Now, Skull in the corner now. Forced to contend with the Leo pressure. Finding his way out, though. Big Afro puff on. Oh my God, here comes through, though.
It's like Nitro NY kind of just has like a premonition. Every single time Doug's tries to get anything done, Nitro's like, oh. He has like a psionic beam that tells him, I need to DP here.
Yep. Alright, Nitro with stagger pressure. Oh, big counter hit. There's the reward for throwing off the buttons.
Throws the Beyblades. Goes through that wall hard knockdown. Doug's holding on to this burst for dear life. Not going to be able to cash it in at the end there. Dies to that run-up grab. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Scoot forward to put hands on him. The first game of this set wrapped up in a very, very nice bow. As we move on to the second one. Nitro with the early aggression, going to be able to find the 2D and set up his back turn situation. Here comes the overhead. And Doug's getting flipped. The burst does come through. Half your life, not bad, but it was worse.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, Mini Faust is there, though, to bail him out. And now we return back to neutral a little bit. Nitro trying to take the aggression here, though. The best anti-air
This
in
is
the
so
game,
scary.
but he's not falling.
You have a Leia Whitefang dancing in front of you in back turn and you're Faust in the air like, ah! What do I do? Whoa.
Oh my goodness, yes, once again.
Oh, that's so disrespectful from Nitro to tap back turn dust.
Listen, that counter is very good and extremely funny.
It's
so
another,
might as well.
just another day in the office for Nitro. Just tap that back turn dust.
Just hold this real quick. Oh, no, help. Item not coming back down to bail Skull out of this one, and Nitro carrying him all the way to the corner here. Very, a little bit scaled due to that wild assault. Here comes the flash kick, though.
So many times this set already, Skullduggers will try to do something, like get a mix, try to get some kind of pressure sequence in. immediately Nitro is just always charging, waiting to use that DP.
Sniff out the gaps, it seems like. Here come the fellas. Break on the grab, though. Not going to be able to punish Nitro.
Maybe trying to go for the old airline, take a trip across the stage.
Not quite going to get it here, and now both players playing a little bit slowly. Skulldugger managed to find the hit, though. Mix is going to get bursted out, and now Nitro trying to find a way in, trying to close this out, as they already spent their burst, so you gotta get something for the value here. 2D making it safe with PRC, and now he's going to find the hit, and he's going to finish it here against the wall.
Nitro just gets so much on every interaction.
Yeah.
It's so tough for Skullduggers to like gain any type of footing because that character is bad. I promised myself I wouldn't talk about how bad Faust is if Skullduggers made it on the top 8. But oh my god, that character has to work so hard for everything compared to Leo, which kind of just gets everything with a silver platter.
Ooh, big counter hit here, and we're going to follow it up. Not quite going to be able to find a combo on the ground, but the pressure is not quite enough as the burst is a little bit more of a powerful tool in Skulldugger's arsenal. Now once again back to the patient game here. Nitro finds the B buttons.
Grounded Fushy's Guilty Gear is known for.
Oh my goodness. Help, he's knocking on the door.
We're just letting Super rip.
Yeah,
sure, you can.
Yeah.
Another whip grab from Skullduggers, unfortunately. He's been doing that a lot this set.
And just to find the pickup afterward, and puts Nitro in the corner. The burst comes through though. Get me out of here, I don't want to be here.
Nice burst timing to make sure that Skullduggers didn't get the meteors.
Keep an eye on Mini Faust on deck. There it is. And the bomb on the field as well. Skullduggers volleying it over onto Nitro, sending everything his way. Meters coming down. Here comes the Scarecrow. Absolutely. And the RC as well to continue the combo here. Black Beat combo, but hey, damage is damage. And now you need just a little bit more. Yup. Get out of here.
Skullduggers on the board, making some kind of comeback.
Nitro trying to rock it in there to get some kind of hit. The Skull was like, nah, I don't want any of that. As they find another hit here at the beginning of the game. Afro Puff has been established, and now it's on fire, so Nitro's going to have to block something else after this.
You know, for as tough of a time as Faust has, he does kind of get to play creative mode once he gets that Afro on his opponent.
Yeah. There are definitely some points where once Faust kind of gets going with the items and overwhelming you, it's just like, what do you do? But here,
it's tough. YRC comes out trying to get something done. Nitro achieves the back turn stance, still sitting on burst.
Mix coming through. Here comes the super. We've got 50 more meter to make it safe though, so nothing too crazy going on here. Scarecrow PRC back to get the trumpet. Not really gonna amount to much more than continued pressure though. Skull finding some stray hits. There's a bomb on the field. 100 tons coming through. Just to push Nitro back a little bit more. Afro Puff coming through. This is a decent situation for Skull to be in. Items come through. Oh no!
Oh no! Mini Faust is all the way over there. No. He doesn't get to use Mini Faust.
No bailout, but not enough damage either through the wall. Don't think that Nitro wanted to break that with the jab, but here we are anyways. It's one hit game.
Magic Pixel doesn't quite get it. Skullduggers on the board.
It's just a very tough situation for Nitro because like anything you get hit by here is going to kill you if you don't have the meter to back up your blocks. But it's just like you gotta be careful on both sides as well. Nitro finding the first hit here.
Skullduggers kind of finding his footing back, getting more comfortable maybe on the stage.
There's the burst, and now Nitro continuing to press forward, but Skull does find the dive kick. Not a crazy amount of damage, but he does get the pressure here, and another hit. The fellas are coming through. Continued blocks on. Hold by Mix. Oh, big counter hit here. Mix against the wall.
Break your bones a little bit. Surprise.
Doctor, I need assistance.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Leo, I think, wall break on the super from that. Or like his phase.
A little phase, yeah.
Yeah.
Skull manages to find another hit as well, 100 meter behind it for the Roman cancels.
Doug's definitely, this is a different Doug's than we saw the first two games.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because as we saw, the way that he played kind of during the pre-local, of course, against a different opponent, but he kind of had that same idea where it's like he takes a little bit to get warmed up, and then he plays completely differently with the information that he gathered in the first two sets, or the first two games.
He's not a good player, learning, adapting. However, it is Nitro's turn to send Skullduggers through the wall again.
Yep, Atomic Windmill coming through.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I call it.
Atomic Windmill?
Atomic Windmill.
I call it Beyblade. I don't know about you.
Beyblade is Geo.
My bad.
I like Beyblade for Geo.
Nitro NY moving on to set point with a perfect. Both of these players are just so unbelievably locked in. Nice throw break there.
Yeah, he learned from the last time. Very good. Hammers on deck. So many items coming down. Nitro's just going to have to hold all of them. Now he gets a chance to potentially play the game here with a flash kick. Oh, manages to clip the toes. Here we go. Welcome to the blender. Once again, you have to contend with Leo Whitefang, and now he's in back turn, so it's a much more dangerous situation. Oh my goodness. Looping pressure here. Not quite going to get punished on that whiff.
This is
and
so
now
scary
Nitro.
for Skullduggers. We're in back turn now. You have no
Help me,
burst if you're
help
Skullduggers.
me.
This looks like the end. No, we're dropping the moonwalking sequence, but it doesn't matter. Skullduggers. We're going to see him later on in losers. Nitro NY moving on. Tough set.
Yeah,
Well
solid
played.
play as usual from Nitro, and solid adaptation, honestly, from Skullduggers.
We almost saw him come back.
Yeah, you definitely could see like the efforts that he was making to like sort of adapt to
Like, kind of just get used to it,
Yeah.
try to figure out what to do. Because, you know, Leo does just kill you.
yeah, yeah, he does.
If
and if
Leo-
he doesn't, then he puts you in a situation where it's like, oh man, I'm getting killed again.
If he gets his little dirty paws on you,
Yeah.
his little dirty...
Once he puts hands on you, it's just like, dude, this
That's the
guy.
thing they don't tell you. He kills you.
Yeah, you die.
I can't... They told us that we can't say any bad words, but it looks like we're setting up our next stream set. We have Neko Overlord, another ATL local, who's kind of been in hiding.
Yeah,
We haven't seen Neko Overlord in a while.
he's been vibing.
Neko
hasn't
Overlord.
pulled up to a whole lot of locals, but you know, we still love him. That's the Neko Overlord.
That's the
you know who
Neko
that is?
Overlord. I
That's
do.
the Neko
The Neko
Overlord.
Overlord.
That's him.
And of course, against Neko Overlord, we have Red I Am Not.
Yeah, speaking of
Out
characters that
stage
just
invader.
kill you,
A lot of characters that just kill you.
it's just you just die.
You just die.
It's watching a Gold Lewis set. It's always just like, all
And
right,
it's like-
Gold Lewis is not being able to play the game, and then Gold Lewis gets to play the game one time, and you're like, oh, I'm
a
dead.
couple of times, Gold Lewis will put his hands on you, and you just typhoon,
Yeah.
and where did my health go?
Yeah, where did it go?
Even like if you block Gold Lewis,
Yeah,
you're still just like taking a trillion damage.
I'm playing the game right. I'm using defense.
I'm holding back
Right.
and the button that makes it so I'm not supposed to take chip damage, and I'm still dying.
Help me.
Like, what's that about?
That's it's just another. It's like you notice a whole lot when you're watching these sets against Gold Lewis. It's just like, all right, by the time the actual hit happens, the opponent is already at half health. How
yeah,
did this happen?
and you die. I don't know if we're getting right into it, but Red I Am Not versus Neko Overlord. Are we
Here in
button
the
checking?
duel one.
Button checking.
Most definitely a button check.
Gotta get that gold. You gotta get that, what is that, positive bonus?
Yeah, gotta get it.
You have to.
It's necessary. Listen, Round Star Gold Burst, underrated.
No, this is a... Why are you laughing?
Definitely underrated.
Why
Yeah.
are you laughing?
It's a very good option. Everyone should
It's
do it.
against back in the day in Faust Anji. A lot of net play warriors, they like to do round start spin. You can just hit gold burst,
Oh.
get positive bonus.
Wait.
Back in the day, back when I used to play Faust,
Back in the olden times.
back in the olden times. We're getting right into it. Neko Overlord on Ramethal Valentine versus Red I Am Not on Gold Lewis Dickinson.
Yep. No surprises here with the character selection. I suspect we are not going to get a whole lot of surprises. Top 8, you gotta play consistently at this point.
Yeah, a lot of these players, they don't have tricks up their sleeves.
My goodness.
And
like we said,
exactly
you just
like you were
died.
saying, just like a one-touch situation, almost a one-touch situation, where Neko Overlord guessed wrong in neutral twice, and he got blew up by Red I Am Not.
You got hit one time.
And I suspect that we will be seeing some more of that every time it's Gold Lewis's turn. Speaking of turns, it is Neko Overlord's turn to take Red I Am Not all the way over to the corner. He's going to get a wall break with the super.
Now we're going here into the hard knockdown situation. Positive bonus as well. Get back into the corner. Hold this guard. PRC as well. We find the low, but not going to get anything off of it. Red I Am Not just managed to get out of there with a little bit of a jab action. Big counter, but it's on my side. It's going to get launched.
That is so crazy that Gold Lewis still like on counter hit flash. Gold Lewis still gets the world.
Yep.
Oh Oh my god. And we're
are we getting hit
super.
here?
Does this hit?
Yeah, we're
Oh.
getting hit. And the red RC to keep things going as well. Help.
Already we're dying. Help me. No, help me is correct.
Red Eye not going up one game so far. Neko Overlord going to have to perhaps adjust to some things. And it's like, what adjustments can you make aside from like, all right, don't get in, because he's going to die.
You just like, against Goldless, you just have to play neutral better.
Yeah.
You have to be a better player against Gold Lewis.
You got to do the gap. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah, I invented that right
You
now.
just invented
I
gapping?
just invented gap. Yeah.
You are going to, you have to gap. You want to beat Gold Lewis. We're going to go through that wall. Doesn't use super to break the wall, unfortunately, because the swords were on the ground and they ignited. And now Neko Overlord getting pushed into the corner by Red. I am not. Typhoon, we're going to use the boot. That's like, remember back when Super PRC was in the game? That was like manual Super PRC.
That's the analog Super PRC.
I like my horror analog and my Super PRC. White Wildless still bringing all the way over into the Neko Overlord, all the way into the corner.
Big counter hit here, though. Neko Overlord trying to do his best to not let Red Eye not play the video game, but right now it seems like the shoe is on the other foot, as Red Eye not is just doing so much damage
We just
with these
swing
behemoth
the coffin.
typhoons. And the glass is broken, both in the glasses and on the wall. This is a scary, scary situation. Yep, catching the backdash and the behemoth typhoon
Already
afterwards.
up 2. And I feel like this set just started.
Damn.
You have to be on your A game when you're playing against Gold Lewis. I feel like we've been saying that so many times.
Yeah.
But Red Eye Not has just been so dominant this set. Neko Overlord just trying to do whatever he can to get his foot back in the door.
Because you can definitely see spots where Neko Overlord is doing the correct thing, where it's like,
No, absolutely.
you don't get to play the game, trying his very best to not actually let Red like get into the position where they can do their thing. But then Red is just so good at finding those tiny spots where it's like, now I have an opportunity. And now
Neko getting
you
an
can
opening right here, taking Red Eye Not all the way over to the corner. Doesn't quite get the wall break there on the coast to coast. Reversal super coming out again. Neko Overlord calls it out, and unfortunately he doesn't block that overhead.
Yep, the
Set point for Red Eye Not.
The analog PRC coming through again for Red Eye Not this time. Now Neko Overlord mounting a little bit of offense here at the beginning of this round. Finding a hit. The slow Rekas into the wall stick. And the super to get this hard knockdown positive bonus. The industry standard is what they call it.
I don't want anyone to think I'm downplaying Ramathal Valentine, by the way. We just saw that character in 2 interactions almost kill Gold Lewis.
Almost
a really
definitely.
healthy character.
Very, very, very strong character. In fact, it's just, you know,
Neko Overlord getting a foot in the door, getting back in.
and this is exactly what we were talking about. Like, Neko Overlord entirely capable of doing this, especially with the tools that his character has to be able to just lock down Gold Lewis and stop Red from really being able to do much. As we see here with the guard crush. Not quite going to be able to find too much of a combo here because there's no swords, so those moves have slightly different properties than hitboxes.
Still manages to go through the wall, even with no swords. Red Eye Not still sitting on burst, so they will have an opportunity to get out.
There it is.
Oh my gosh!
My goodness.
Neko Overlord uses red Roman cancel to block that burst on the board.
Damn, he's good.
Damn, he's good. Well played by Neko Overlord.
This is the part where the commentator says there's signs of life.
Oh, don't curse it. Don't curse it. Don't curse it. Another White Wild Assault situation. Red Eye not bringing Neko Overlord all the way over to the corner. Half of Neko Overlord's health gone.
The second half looks like it's about to be soon to follow with the grab into the red RC wall stick, and you're just dead.
2 interactions.
Ooh. The Gold Lewis tax.
You know, Legend of Zelda CD Ganon. Like, die. All the way over to the corner. White Wild Assault again from Red Eye Not.
Trying to get a little bit cute with the cross-up, but the burst is there to answer. Now Red's in the corner. Not a very comfortable situation for them, sure. Now Neko putting on the pressure. Staggered buttons, a little bit of guard crush when he can, but like I said, oh my goodness, Red finds the gap, finds the situation in which they can escape the pressure, and there's the grab to finish things off.
Fist bump. We're going to see Neko Overlord again later in loser's bracket. Red Eye Not moving on to, I believe, winners finals.
Very, very nice showing.
Quarters, my apologies.
From Red, I am not. Neko Overlord again, and it's the same kind of situation as we saw in the last set, where it's like there were signs of adaptation. We're kind of trying to get the ball rolling.
He definitely got on the board.
Yeah.
You just have to play so. You have to be locked in.
You have to be so
against
perfect.
Gold Lewis or Gold Lewis. Again, another character that puts his little paws on you, and you die.
Come here.
Next up, we have another ATL local. You love to see it. We have someone who doesn't really come out to our locals that often.
Right.
I don't blame him. It's a bit of a trip.
It is a trip. It's a trip, and he's got work. He's got a stream. Yes, a very healthy stream, in fact.
King Africa. One thing I know about King Africa, he streams
like a lot.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, not to forget about King Africa's opponent, Danny.
Danny Elmaza.
Just Danny.
My bad, just Danny.
Just Danny.
Just
we're going to get, King Africa has been alternating between Jacko and Venom. Danny plays Kai. Not much else to say.
Not much else to say. I imagine King Africa probably going to stick with the Jacko because he's obviously more comfortable on the Jacko because that's the character that he's been playing.
Obviously.
More and for longer.
I mean,
right?
We've seen the Venom.
Yeah.
The Venom, he's definitely
it's
equipped.
Good. It's, it's there. But the Jacko is there in more of a sense.
King Africa is I think, Venom, he's one of the players, I think, that can make Venom work.
Right.
Because he's just so principled.
Yeah.
He doesn't get bored. That's the thing about Venom players. We were talking about it last night.
Exactly.
The thing about Venom players is they get bored of sitting full screen and throwing their balls at you.
Yeah.
Are we getting right into it?
Wait, is it the Venom?
Button check.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like this guy doesn't get bored. We watched him last night at the pre-local just like throw the billiard balls for every single set and just.
Unless your opponent has a way to get in or just knows how to get in, it works.
Yep. Oh, it looks like we lied. It's the Jacko.
It's the Jacko.
The mix-up. He's starting early. I appreciate it.
I respect it. If it works, it works. If you want to play Jacko, play Jacko.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Ain't nothing wrong with Jacko. That's a good character.
It's a good character.
Good character.
We're getting right into it. Danny Elmaza versus King Africa.
We got the Kai Keys on one side, Jacko on the other. How this leaks out here.
I'm going to be so honest. The little minions give me a headache. Yeah, they're loud.
Their little shrill little voices.
King Africa getting Danny in the corner. No minions anymore, though. Danny gets out of the corner.
King Africa just trying to find a situation in which he can begin to set those up again so he can begin playing his game. This character a little bit awkward when you don't have the minions out. Plenty of good buttons, don't get me wrong, but it's like you're playing against Kai Keys. This character has good buttons.
He's on the box. Play a character that's on the box. If you're new to fighting games and you're looking for a main, play one of the characters on the box.
Ooh, wait. The DP did not quite connect, and now we're seeing this super and a wall break as well because they happen to be a little close enough for that to happen. 4 hits, a good chunk of damage, and a hard knockdown, but the DP comes through for Danny. In danger from
danger. It's not like he's not hitting King Africa.
But here comes another hit, the RC. We're going right back to where we started as we break the wall in the other direction. Another positive bonus for the other side now. King Africa with a PRC, and now the minions are out, so I can play my game. Lied. I'm a liar.
Both players being pretty conservative with their burst meter. Didn't see a single burst that round.
Yeah. Danny sort of just sliding right under that minion to finish things off in that round. Move to round number 2. King Africa getting to play the game, but Danny's doing a really good job of just finding efficient ways to dispatch the minions without putting himself at risk.
You know, the minions are like, sure they're core to Jacko's gameplay, but I feel like she can operate without the minions. Her buttons are really good.
Yeah, she can. It's just, there's more. You know what I mean? There's missing just a little bit. But I do see what you're saying, because she does have some incredible buttons. For instance, the 2K we're looking at right now into the 2D. Very, very strong buttons in the arsenal of this character. As we find a little bit of throw action here.
Danny was just stuck inside of the